This is the Mountainside Podcast, and this is our 250th episode. Joining us in studio is one of my favorite people, Luke Caudillo. He's a podcast host and counterpart to the Mountainside, a day one supporter. I am so grateful to all of you as listeners, whether you were with us day one or recently in 2026. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for the continued support. None of this would be possible without you or our amazing sponsors. This is an incredible episode. What a way to bring it in with Luke. Thank you to GU Unfiltered, Gladiators Unleashed on YouTube. 250. Let's go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Episode 250.
250.
In the bag. If we make it 1 minute, we started it.
Hey, listen. 250 might get you canceled with me.
It hasn't yet. This is like your fourth or fifth time on
Is
it.
it my fourth?
I think, yeah.
I forgot about that. I had that in there. But here.
Oh, no
little
way,
something for
man.
you. Nothing crazy. But go ahead.
Dude, you didn't have to do that.
No, it's for me and Jeremy. Oh. Right there.
Happy birthday.
Oh, snap.
I knew you liked that.
I
guy.
can't find this up here anymore
really?
either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to these guys. That's awesome,
I knew
man.
we had a few of those.
In the Born Primitive bag,
yeah,
too.
there's something else
Yeah.
in there, too, for you.
Oh, that is dope.
And I knew you liked black ones, so
Yeah,
I got
fuck
you the
yeah.
black one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Luke.
Yeah, no problem.
That's
Well, you
rad.
always been good to me, so I thought I better
shit.
get him something.
Yeah, we saw each other at Western Hunt, but it was like such a
It's a crazy
shit
show, right?
man.
I
Yeah,
know.
it was wild.
It was crazy because I didn't know you guys were leaving right away, and then was it Saturday there? I go over there, look for you guys, and I hung out with Beto and them.
Oh, nice.
And he was like, "No, they took off already." And I was like, "That's right. I do remember they saying they were leaving whatever that morning or whatever." And dude, we hung out with Beto that whole afternoon. You want to talk about a freaking guy that you just know that you could just fuck with all the time,
Yeah.
dude. We that beer was right down the road from me. I bet we drank probably like 4 or 5 beers there. We just had I was like, because I went there to talk to 6 Hour, and they were like catty corner.
Yeah, they were right
And
across the booth.
I was literally talking, and I look, and I seen this guy sitting Indian style, and I was like, that's Beto right there. So I went over there, and he was like, what's up? We just started drinking beer, and one thing you know, we closed down the whole show that day.
Salt of the earth, man. I've spent a lot of time with him this year. Like,
Yeah,
more
yeah,
time
right.
than I ever have. Like, I went to Rome with him.
Right.
We went to Rome together at the end of last year. And then we were at SHOT Show together.
Yep.
And then it's been good for me business-wise.
Yeah, I'm
'cause,
sure.
Like, the new project is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's just one of those guys that's you could tell right away that anybody he introduces you to with or he talks to is good people too.
Yeah.
You could just tell.
He doesn't hang out with shitbirds.
Yeah, you
dude.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just like us. So like you don't
Yeah.
want to. We always try to hang out with like-minded people just like us, and I knew it from the get because Kamosi kept on telling me, he's like, dude, you need to get with.
You need to have him on GU.
Yeah, I know. And he just never worked out, blah, blah, blah. And finally, at Chris's last fight, when he fought in Denver, I seen him over there, and I was in the gated thing with Gaethje, and I was like, every time I got a break to go over there, he was swarmed with people. So I was like, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
And then finally, one thing left to another. I seen him. He was busy talking. I was like, I'm not going to interrupt.
You need to get him outside
know.
of there. Like when I was with him at SHOT Show,
Yeah.
there's a line of people waiting to talk to him. You know, that happens to you too. It's just like,
Yeah,
and you want to give everybody their time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And the best spot to catch him is outside of it. Man.
Yeah, it was good actually talking in Utah at Western Hunt
Yeah.
because we literally just hung out and drank beer, talked, and we literally was like, "No, I know who you are." We would message each other all the time, and but he is one of those guys that I'm just stoked to talk to and hang out with now.
Man, it's honestly like he's helped me a lot here on the
I'm
mountainside,
sure.
like vetting people because I knew him long before I started this.
Okay.
And had been buying his blades, and then
Oh,
we
really?
have some mutual friends, which was cool because a bunch of them were at SHOT Show.
Yeah.
So we were able to all go to dinner together.
Oh,
and
nice.
Those guys used to do security for me with when I was working
makes sense.
Monster Energy.
Yeah, yep.
and we were going down into Mexico and shit. It was,
so you all knew each other.
yeah, long before they started any of their projects. I think some of them were still active or something. I don't know. But it was a fucking good time, and they're good people, man, the whole squad. Awesome. But he's really helped me out here, man. Like, that's one philosophy I've been able to take forward with the podcast is truly like vetting people. And it's more of a community than anything, man. 100%. I'll never stop this, dude. Yeah. Like, I love this too much.
Yeah, it's literally, I mean, look at you now. I remember you guys were like probably 80 episodes behind me because I knew we started somewhat close, but I knew I was like 50 to 80% more episodes than you. And now look at you guys. You guys you're 250 right now.
Oh, we both are, dog.
Jesus.
Like I don't. That's the other thing.
You know what's crazy though with the 250? Like people don't have no idea like how much time and energy. Like we know because we've done it, right? But like being up in the mountains like this and having face-to-face conversations, dude, it's a lot of work. Planning guests and getting people here. Yeah,
not doing it virtually. That's
it's a huge thing.
Yeah.
And so props to you because I know how much time and energy it takes, and props to your family for understanding too.
Yeah, hopefully they're still happy with it.
I know what it's like.
They're happy with the hookups. I
walk outside my house to do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're like, whose car is that? I was like, oh shit, that's my guest.
Yeah. You know what's been cool is I've been bringing my kids in here, and we haven't been publicizing them, but just to kind of keep up with them and archive like kind of their childhood, man. Because like, man, I wish I could have had some of those with my grandfather. I didn't grow up with a dad or all my family members, you know?
That's my one regret. Like, I've had multiple times in my shop, my dad would come and visit, you know, and I would hang out just to have, like, you know, not even something that put out maybe.
Yeah.
But just to have him sit down and record an episode, you know? And, man, that's my biggest regret. So, like, now, like, sometimes I get fed up with YouTube and this and that, but, like, I know one day I'm going to be gone, and I realize like how important it is like for my kids to be able to turn that YouTube on and, oh, there's dad, and let's hear his dumb shit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about.
But they'll truly get to know you, man, because 100%. It's endless hours. It's really made me watch what I say in here and think about it twice
100%
before I say it, even though I'm having a good time and hanging out with the boys and stuff like that. It's like I try to be conscious of that, dude. Like
you
it's
don't know
archived.
who's listening.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like I get carried away sometimes when I first launched my podcast, I was a loose cannon. I had no idea what I was doing.
Me too, bro.
I was a loose cannon, you know. And then I started getting, you know, some sponsors and this and that. So I was like, I got to chill out. But you know, if they're gonna like me, they're gonna like me for who I am. But it's like, you know, I would start going to my kids' school programs and this and that, and people would be like, I checked out your podcast. Yeah. I'm like, ugh. You know what I mean? So then I kind of have, I would say I've toned it down a lot because, you know, I've grown up. I'm a lot older now, but, you know, you start doing this for so many years now, and you're just being like, I can only get wasted so many times doing podcast.
Yeah. It's not what it's about, man.
No.
It's about the human connection, and it's like, but also at the same time, I'm not gonna not have a drink with you when you come in for 250, or if Fasil's come in here and he's been.
There's a point of having a drink and getting hammered,
right?
And in my earlier days, I gotta say, like I was literally just doing it, getting drunk with my guests, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna live very long if I keep doing this. But it's been great, and like I said, congratulations. Like,
oh, thanks, man.
Because I know it takes a lot.
Congratulations to you too, man. When I was putting it together, I was like, who do I want to be the 250?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, Luke's been there. Like, we both started and we haven't stopped. How many podcasts have we seen stood up, or people that we've helped create theirs, and they make it like 20 or 30 episodes?
I know so many.
Yeah.
And that's like, honestly, like, you know, us doing the Onyx podcast, right?
That's man, it looks great too.
We spent no expense. I wish I had the bankroll for that.
Dude, it looks so rad. The logo behind you guys and everything
is so sweet.
Yeah.
But, you know, and they're like, hey, help us get some sponsors now for this podcast. And what they don't realize is, like, you know, they look at me, they look at my show, and they're like, oh man, you got sponsors, this and that. But they don't realize like how many years it's taken and how, like to build, sponsorship, and like because people look at me and they're like, dude, you've made it, you've done it. Like, no, literally, you have no idea like how long it's taken to get a company like Coors.
That's rad, man.
It's so badass, right? Like it literally is. But you ask them why me, and and they were like consistency, because we get hit up all the time. Which how many people hit up, how many times have I hit up other companies and they're like, not really right now in our fit or budget or whatever. But the ones that I do land, they're like, I want to see consistency, and that's what you have, consistency. Because you got to look at it. Some of these, like we were just talking, some of these guys will start a podcast, and 3 months later they're done. So why would a company invest in them if they're going to be done in?
I've been lucky, man, because I put zero. I wouldn't say zero effort, but maybe like on a scale of 1 to 100, maybe five in getting sponsored. I just let them kind of come to me. And I need to maybe step on the gas, dude, because
it's a lot. It all depends on what you want to do with it, right? Like I literally was like, I've always been into partnerships because I was a fighter. Right. Like, so I lived off of sponsorship, off of partnerships with companies. So I have just always known that model. So when I started doing my own thing, I was like, man, I can advertise for them, And there's different ways to advertise in a podcast, but
there's so many. I think that's what, when you look at it, when a company like Coors is looking at it, they're like, man, I got a website to advertise on. I got social media. And then I have a podcast with host-read ads. There's so many different ways to
do it, right? But, the way I looked at it was like, I've come to the point where when I work with a company, I straight tell them, I'm like, I'm going to bed with you. It's a marriage.
Yeah.
Like I don't do 6 months deal anymore. I do a year deal now. And by month 10, I'm going to hit you up, or you're going to hit me, and you're going to be like, dude, we're going to do it again next year.
Right.
And knock on wood, man, that it's been, literally that way for me the whole way. And don't ask me how. I mean, sometimes my listeners are going to, I keep thinking like my listeners are going to be like, dude, I'm done listening to this dumbass. I gotta listen to something different. But, that's just like this, your listeners, they like you.
Shit, man.
Just like anything.
When I stood up this business at the end of last year, I was like, man, I took 3 weeks off, and a rumor started that I was dead. So I had to make like a public announcement, like, what? Dude, like, no, I didn't die. Yeah, because I just didn't put out any content. And they were like, what the fuck happened? But I also didn't take the courtesy of letting them know what was up. I was like, I guess I really found out how many people were like religiously listening, right? Like,
it's weird how that, and it makes you feel good though, right?
Yeah, no, it does.
It does, because like literally, like being at the show, dude, I had so many people come up to me that would, when people hit me up, it's usually about fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, man, good fight. Tell Justin I said, what's up, man? I love your Instagram videos, blah, blah, blah. But like literally, like, dude, you helped me get through the work week with your podcast. That is why I do it. Like, honestly, that is honestly why I do it. I love it.
It's been awesome. One of the most gratifying things for me has been being able to help the community maybe when they need it, and do like some of those episodes like we've done on suicide, or like the Evergreen shooting.
Yep, I know.
And having Brandon Young come up and his daughter Ellie. And man, it's almost kind of divine that dude fell into my lap. That's somebody that reached out to me that listens to the podcast. He's like, man, I'd like to be a guest. And I'm like, okay, cool. What do you do? And he's like, oh, I'm a veteran, but a badass, right?
Yeah,
and then his daughter ends up being at Stem Highlands Ranch in 2019, and then full circle, man, they were such a huge help here in the community, man. And I still am getting messages about that.
That's rewarding, because now it impacts your community.
Yeah.
Where you're at. Like, I think that's, to me, it's like, that's more of an impact than, being more famous just because,
100%.
oh, your dad runs a big podcast, right? The impact on it is where I think is the true meaning of it. Like when you get those hardcore, like how many vets I've gotten message from, like, bro, your podcast has saved me or made me be. I missed the camaraderie. That's why I like you guys. You guys keep it real and talk what's on your mind.
Yeah.
And don't pull punches. I miss that.
There's no agenda, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know that you don't have one because
No,
I've been
I
on
know.
yours a
I
couple
tried
times.
it.
My
I tried
agenda
it.
the next time I come is not to drunk dial Donald Cerrone.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
And he was
Did
like,
Donald
"What's up?"
talk to you the next day? Or is
Yeah,
like,
I actually seen him at
who the
SHOT
fuck
Show.
did you have on?
Yeah, SHOT. I had him. Seen him at SHOT Show this year, and I was actually walking by, and he was at some booth. It was like him and Hannah Barron and like the Casey and the Keep brothers or whatever.
Okay.
There was like a celebrity deal meeting appearance, and I'm literally just walking with my group and Lupe, and I'm looking, Luke, and I hear this, and I stop, and I'm looking, and I didn't recognize him because he's big now, like muscle.
Yeah, he's fucking jacked,
has
right?
hair now, and I'm like, fucking cowboy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's been a while, since we saw each other, and I mean, I haven't seen him since we fought him in Vancouver, and that was
shit, that was a while ago,
a long time ago,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Hey, tell Gaethje we're rooting for him, and I'm betting on him to win." And I said, "Aren't you going?" And he goes, "No, I'm going back to Colorado because we were supposed to get a big snowstorm. He was going to snowmobile up here." And
Okay.
he's just wild like that. But yeah, me and him just been. We're like when we see each other, we're cool, and like when I do drunk dial him. I don't know if he
picked up the fucking phone.
I know, right?
That's all that matters, man.
He did.
Like,
That's what I'm saying, though.
yeah,
I would have done the
people
same
are
thing.
like, oh, fuck, I don't want to talk to this
Yeah,
guy right now, right?
exactly.
Like, you have a true friend when they pick up the fucking phone.
He's cool, man.
Yeah.
Me and him have always been good, and Cowboy's been one of those real ones. Yeah. It was hard actually fighting him for me and Trevor when
sure.
Gaethje, like, it's a business, but man, it was tough. It was that was hard to corner against.
Yeah, man. I just with the fighters that I know and being in those inner circles, man, when they take an L, it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like I take an L a little bit. Sometimes
yeah.
I've called them up and I've been like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. And I'm more butthurt than they are sometimes, you know what I mean?
know.
Or they're not showing it. But
Yeah. It's just a different, I mean, well, just like how much you've gotten to know Chris and how you like went to Rome, right? And like you become more than just a friend. You're like, dude, that's my brother out there fighting,
1,000%.
Let alone a goddamn bare knuckle fight now, right? And like it's just different, right?
Yeah.
When you know somebody like more
sitting
than
next
just,
to his fiance or
100%.
wife.
Like you guys you're in it now, right?
Yeah.
And you kind of get like when Justin goes out to fight and, other guys, like it's not just a friend anymore. It's like, it's a little bit more. The connection's a little bit more. And you just want the best for them,
Yeah, it kind of takes the fun out of it, honestly, right?
It's
like,
exciting, but then you're like, oh God,
it's the
this is
highest
real.
of highs and the
Yeah.
lowest of lows,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then especially to see what, they actually go through. Because I don't think people realize how much they go through the week leading up to it, just dealing with all the media and all the everywhere they got to go, and then
exhausting,
cutting weight, and then going to the gym at 9:00 at night or whatever.
Yep.
Like, this all best. So I'm not telling you anything new, but I think the average fight fan never sees any of that. They just think it's all glitz and glamour, right? And
it's like that's why people were like, dude, how are you at SHOT Show on Saturday, or during the week, in Vegas when he was going to fight Patty. And I'm like, well, to be quite honest, he just chills all day long. And we don't go to the gym till like 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
that's
when you're going to be fighting.
That's
right?
when we fight. And, and people were like, oh, I guess I didn't realize that. And I'm like, yeah, we're, scratching our ass all day long trying to find something to do because we don't turn it on until the evening.
Yeah.
All week long,
I felt so bad for Chris when we were in Rome because me and Beto were just out crushing pasta. Brandon was with us and like running amok. I mean, we weren't like we could have been partying hardcore, but we weren't. We were just eating and drinking and hanging out with each other. And I mean, we were having such a good time that we got targeted by some narcs. It was crazy.
Oh, really?
Like some Italian narcs
No
or
way.
something. Like, yeah. And I drug them in the van.
Oh, yeah, you did it, definitely.
But anyways, yeah, poor Chris didn't get to experience any of those like steak dinners
I
or
don't feel
anything
sorry
until
for
like
Chris.
the last day. Yeah.
That guy lives on, what was he just at?
Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Queso, yeah. And I was like, well, you know, like I told you, like I literally we're going to Mexico, right? We booked this trip with my kids for spring break, and I'm like, you know, and then the whole cartel thing happened. And
Where are you guys going? Are you guys
Cancun though?
Okay,
you know,
so it's a little bit deeper.
Yeah, it's like if, let's say, New York or Maine, you know, had a big breakout. That's how far it is from. I mean, I know there's cartel everywhere, but they need that tourist money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're fucking with more of the border towns, dude.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, when we used to go to Ensenada and stuff, that got a little sketch.
I'm hoping.
TJ, yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know, it's been a few weeks now, so it'll be a couple more weeks still. So hopefully it's good. I mean, we're going to be on a resort, you know, but you never know. But anyways, when the shit hit the fan, I called him up. I'm like, hey, tell me about this place you're at right now. Is it like kid friendly or what, you know? And he's like, dude, you need to come here. It's way worth it. But then I look at everything and I'm like, oh, this is way more expensive than Cancun.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait on this.
Just knowing Chris, and this is personal business, but I think he got the recommendation from Wolf, and we all know,
you know,
it's
a little bit better money, right?
It's a different,
tax bracket.
circle you're running in. Yeah,
different tax bracket, bud. Yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. In all of your 250 episodes, like, do you have some that like stand out the most, or just like the craziest?
You know, it's one of those things that, you know, the ones that you think are going to be bangers, they do all right? It's the ones that you don't really think that are going to be the bangers. For some reason, they just hit different on when you have somebody listen to it. And next thing you know, you look back and you're like, dude, that had 3,000 downloads in like 24 hours. I was like, how nobody, and you know, like when I say this is like you get a guy with a huge following.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is going to go like crazy, right? And then you get a guy with like, you know, 1,300 followers, right, on Instagram, and that thing goes way big. You know what I mean? But to me, that's why I just like, if anybody is down to come and sit across to my table and make it up there and, you know, open up a little bit and talk about certain things, they're all special to me. You know what I mean?
Every single one of them, right?
They all different, right? Whether it's a repeating guest, they're all different, honestly. And, you know, we both had, what was that? A major.
The General?
General, right?
Clay Hotmacher?
There you go. Dude, who would have thought my ass would have had him on there?
Yeah.
Like, I was kind of nervous about it because, so I had my other military buddies come down for that too. And, you know, because I don't know anything about that whole world, right? So I kind of, you know, I didn't want to make an ass of myself, but like that was a cool one because I learned so much about it, right? Like his foundation and like, you know, all these people do lose their dads, and there's good people like him that start a foundation for, you know, college and, you know, and everything. Help these kids out with no dad no more or mom.
Yeah, man. It's huge, man. There's some amazing
that was something cool to
stuff.
me. You know, and then you look back and you got guys like, you know, like I had Archie on and Justin, like guys that weren't big yet into the, you know, the name was that big yet.
Yeah.
And then now you look at them and they're undefeated, like a guy like Archie and, you know,
Corey, right?
Corey Sanhagen's another one. And like, you know, I knew who they were, you know, just like your guys at Factory X, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, these guys and they're awesome people, right? But at the end of the day, you know, I feel like I help expose them and get new fans. And so it's good for me, you know, and they help me.
It's kind of part of the building process, right?
100%.
It's a community.
It is. Yeah. And for me, I was like, I look at like guests like who would I want to listen to? You know what I mean? And like why? And granted, you know, I have kind of a hardcore following. It's like a cult. Like I mean, it's weird. Like I get some guys that are just like I mean, I love all my guests, but man, there's some crazy
You got some
guys.
country folk, huh?
100%. And
Yeah.
I'm like, they've helped me build my brand, right? And like to me, it's like, man, I love MMA, but come on, man, let's get back to some hunting episodes, right? Vice versa. I love hunting. I want to do it now, but hey, let's get this fighter on, you know? So I just like me sprinkling a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's gotten me to where I'm at. It's honestly, and I love it. You know, for me to have a hunting podcast or just a fighting podcast, it would just close
You're
my demographic.
missing out on so much. Like that's the mountainside.
And it
is
would've been,
like
like,
so
boring.
general, right?
Yeah.
Like we've had fucking all kinds of people on.
The general,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And like it opens the door for everybody.
Yeah.
And it helps your gas and it opens your audience up. And I think that is why, you know, like the Onyx one that we're doing now at the gym, everybody's like, oh, it's another fighting podcast. I'm like, yes, it is. We're going to use a lot of fighters, but I want championship mindset. Like I got Von Miller coming in.
No shit.
Yeah, I got
That's
like
awesome.
professional athletes, you know, like, you know, I just want like guys that have that, you know, mentality to win. Like, you know, obviously SEALs, Army guys, you know, like that is what I'm going to open it up to because their mindset's different than just a fighter. And I think hand in hand, a fighter and a military guy kind of collab.
Oh yeah,
right?
big
that
time.
mindset. They don't want to lose.
The mindset, the camaraderie, like there's a lot of similarities. That's why I have a lot of fighters and veterans on, man. It's
you're
like
right.
they're some of the most humble, genuine
And
people.
So interesting. I learned so much from them, right? Like I have a great time. Like that's why, like I said, like even hunting, like I'm not the best hunter out there. I get guys that are really good at it, and I learn from them. You're right. You listen to me from what not to do. You know what I mean? That's the facts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I love it. Like I don't ever pretend I'm the best at anything. I get people on.
Well, and I think that's why you still have that cult audience too, man. It's like they're learning with you, right?
Yeah,
like I ask a lot of
100%.
stupid questions.
Yeah,
you know?
100%. I'm like, I got no shame in my game. Like, we got to hike that mountain. Now I'm cool. I'm good.
Yeah, man. It's the best thing, man, because I built much more than just the podcast. Another episode, you build friendships, right? It's like you and I were friends now because of that.
I mean,
and like,
look at us now. Look at you going to Western Hunt Expo now and like hanging out with Beto in Rome and Chris. Look how you and Chris have came close.
Yeah.
Whitney. It's getting to know each other, right? And I always say this, like, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
And to me, that is so important because
it's how you treat them too.
You wouldn't know those people if they didn't like you, right? So that means usually you're good people.
Yeah.
And I think that is priceless to me. And people are always like, dude, you know this person. And I'm like, yeah, but it's because I treat them with respect. They treat me with respect. And because if they're not treating me, you know, they could be a famous person. And
You got
they're
to
not treating me good.
No matter how high on the totem pole that they are or how big their platform is, you still have to treat those people like people, and that's how they want to be
100%.
treated, man.
That's
It's
it.
not. I never introduce this is my buddy Luke
Yeah.
from Gladiators Unleashed,
Yep.
right? Or I never say this is my buddy Beto, he's a former SEAL,
Yep.
or this is my SEAL. I've heard people say this is my Navy SEAL buddy Beto.
Yep.
it's
This is
like-
I get this all the time. Like, people are like, you know, like let's say Derek Wolf, Josh Walker, guys played in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever say, of course, everybody knows Derek, but like Josh, I take Josh everywhere, and I'll be like, hey, this is Josh Walker. He'll tell you what he does
Right.
if he wants to. Right? I let them tell. I don't, because for one, I don't want people just to jersey chase. You know what I mean? Get to know these guys first, you know, because I think I mean, I met a lot of cool people, a lot more famous people lately in my life now, and they are no different than you and I.
Oh man, if they're good people, right?
If they're good people, right? And you know, minus the famous people, I treat everybody the same, right? Like you treat them all the same, like because people are humans, right? Like I love having good conversation. So like people like, oh man, I can fuck with this guy. That is what I love about being who I am. I'm an open book. I don't judge a book by its cover. I don't, just because, this guy looks like a hippie over here doesn't mean I fucking don't like him. Not saying you, Jeremy. You know what I mean? I don't judge book by its cover.
It's funny because like sometimes even if our guests come in and no offense, Derek, but like if Derek Wolf comes in here, I know Jeremy better than I know Derek, so I have more respect for Jeremy in that sense, right? Like I'm just keeping it on an even keel. Right
No, but Derek will respect that more, just as more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I truly think people, I just hate the guys that are just like nonstop stroking all these guys off just to get clout
or kissing their ass,
and they don't like it no more than
And you can read through that 100%. Shit, dude. When somebody wants something from you,
I
found that out on the podcast. They're like, buddy, this, I can do this for you, I can do that. It's like, hold on, dude, we just met each other, like
100%. And you find out the true colors of people real fast too, right?
Yeah.
And then you just weed them out, right? And I will say this, as I've gotten older now and, realizing how important family is and this and that, like, and, with all the fame with Justin and, just everything, as the show grows too, my circle has gotten so much smaller.
Mm-hmm.
I have literally, and I used to be the guy that like, oh yeah, come on over, hang out, this and that. Dude, I just enjoy small community now. Like my circle has gotten so smaller. Nothing against some of my people that I used to hang out with all the time. It's just time is everything now. And I realize like my time is valuable and I realize my kids are important to me now.
People will suck it up too, man.
You know what I mean? Oh yeah.
And not on purpose. It's just like,
And it's just, and I get it, but I used to be a yes man. Like, yes. And I realized like, man, I'm going to only say yes to people that I know that would have me in a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it sounds kind of fucking ignorant, or whatever you call that word, but I just realized, man, like time doesn't freeze for nobody, and it's time that I'll never get back. And I realized, like, man, time is really precious. Mm-hmm. And I found out when my dad passed away because I wanted to do so many things still with him.
Yeah, condolences on that. I know we've seen each other since then. I know. Here's the pops, but man, that's rough.
I'll tell you, that thing, have you lost a parent yet?
So this last year, I lost my grandmother, who's like the matriarch, and I didn't grow up with a dad. My grandfather's still alive, but it's just a matter of time with him, man. And it's so heartbreaking, It's just like, and you can see like he wants to, when people realize they're at the end of it, there, you know what I mean? It's hard because they want to be with you all the time, and it's.
And it was hard for me because I was up here, right?
Yeah.
And 4 hours away. I should have just got in the car and went back home. You hear about, oh man, you can't hold guilt to yourself and this and that, but there's nobody else to point fingers at. It was my fault. I should have went back more. I should have done this more. Should have not done so much of this, and went and like because family's important, I think, dude. And the one thing that I will know from death is when you're down and like hurting, like, because that was the first time that I've ever lost anybody close. I lost like cousins, aunts and uncles, but it wasn't the same. Like you feel sad and, it sucks that you lose them. But like that
inner circle,
like, dude, I wasn't ready for that at all. And you find out a little bit about yourself, but the people that really thought you were friends with, Dude, like I said, I turned around they were closing my dad's casket. I had some of my boys there, had no idea they were coming. Dude, it fucking shook me so hard. And I needed that more than anything.
Yeah.
And that is when you find out, like, who really is your friend, Took time away from work, their family, to come and help me get through this. And boy, did I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was tough,
It's
dude.
a big part.
And it'll be a year in March.
Okay.
Coming, or
It's March now, yeah.
End of this month, right? And man, and people tell me, they're like, it doesn't get any easier. And I'm like, damn, that's not what I want to hear. But at the same time, I don't want it to get easier because I don't want to forget him.
No, man. And it's like, it puts so many things in check and perspective. And like, it's tough. I believe my faith is strong, but it's, it can get away from you too, man. And especially like if you start catching up with business and all this other stuff. And like, sometimes those reminders put you in check real fast, man.
100%. And I think that it took my dad's death to realize my circle's small, real small, and my time is limited on this earth. I got to make the best of it.
Yeah.
And it took my dad's passing to realize that, because you think you have all this time. And you realize it when you have kids. You're like, damn, they're growing like weeds.
It's so fast, man.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of like why would we plan a trip. We never do spring break. We just kind of do, like, we'll go to a hotel and let the kids swim. Yeah. Something, close. But I'm like, you know what? Let's go do something.
Dude, they will never forget that. I'll never forget, like, the first time I left the state of Colorado.
Yeah,
man.
be on a plane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
Hell,
crazy.
I didn't get on a plane until I started fighting.
Yeah, I wasn't on a plane until I started touring with rock bands and stuff, I think. Well, I had a buddy that was a pilot, which helped, So, like, we used to call it, I don't know what we call it, but when he would have a fucking layover or something in the city, he'd be like, yo, hop on the flight at the buddy pass or whatever.
Let's go.
We go tear it up. But when I really started getting on planes was like when I was touring and those transatlantic flights and stuff. But just going to a different place, right? Like, even as a kid, I was super fortunate to road trip to Montana and stay with my uncle for a couple weeks every summer. And just some of those rafting trips and, like, dude, I'll never forget any of that. Yeah. And life lessons,
Well, not only that, but, like, growing up as a kid, my parents did everything. I had great childhood. I had everything. It was, you realize, like, what your parents did for you as a kid, because I was a spoiled little shit, because I got new cleats, new shoes, every sport I did, all the basketball camps that I did, all the all-star stuff that they took me to. And you realize this now that I have kids. I'm like, dude, where do they get this money from? Because we were nowhere rich. My parents were nowhere rich. But I'm like, I got just 2 kids. And, they're not even into competitive sports yet, but everything still costs money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did my parents do it?
It's pretty amazing, man.
It's nuts what they do for you, right?
Yeah.
And same thing, like, my daughter wants to do a summer camp. Guess what? You do it because you support them. You want them to do it. So, damn, it's just...
You only get one shot at it,
Yeah,
right?
I'm like, damn, how much does this cost, though?
Yeah.
Like, damn.
You know what shit I mean? Gets pricey, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
nuts.
It's almost like, I'm so sick of the system, too, like, gouging you for it, right? Like, they think they got your number, you know what I mean?
Oh, well, they kind of do.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to do? They know kids, mom and dad, are going to spend the money.
Yeah.
They know it. I mean, because we do.
That's why these companies market like they can. It's kids selling car advertisements 100%. On fucking commercials and shit now. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
It's so nuts on what the influence has on the kids, right? Like, what kids have the influence on us now. Like, it's just a different time and age now, but, like, and I love it. Like, just the lingo of my kids now. My daughter's 10 and my son is 6. And they were like, dude, Dad, you're getting cooked. We play darts in that shop. You're getting cooked. I'm like, what is this word cooked?
Right.
You know what I mean? And they come back and say, oh, we slayed you. And I'm like, what is this legal, dude? But, now that I say it, that's the wrong time to use that word.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, just don't do it.
I mess with them. Like, I'll mess with mine on purpose, the whole 6-7 bullshit or whatever.
Yeah.
I still don't know what the fuck it means,
me neither.
but I'd be like 3, 4, 5, or some shit, and just like mess with them, So I'm always messing it up.
What was that? The Dr. Dre song, of 1, 2, 3, when Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yeah.
And I was like, and
3
I
into
played
the
that.
4.
Yeah. And I was like, this was my era.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is garbage, Dad. And I'm like, dude, these are legends.
Yeah.
You don't hear a song saying 6-7,
right?
and but that's what we grew up, that was how it's just a different time now,
James called me Unc
Yeah.
the other day.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Unc. Oh, yeah. I get that all the time.
My son.
Oh, yeah. You get.
All right, Unc.
Yeah, right. All these guys now that come in, they're young fighters, and they're like, whatever, Unc, and I'm like, damn.
Did you say Hulk or?
Yeah. Did you say Hulk or Unc? Which one is it? Unc.
So what the fuck does that mean? Is like bro
uncle,
or
like
dude?
I'm old.
Okay.
I'm uncle.
Like
we're uncles. Like we're old heads. Yeah. I'm like, don't let the gray fucking fool you, man. I still got it, dude.
I'll whoop your ass.
Don't get it straight. I'm on some peptides now, dog.
TRT.
Don't get it twisted.
All the shit, yep.
I just say we got 5 minutes in me anymore,
Yeah, and I know what it's like to be hurt, too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so crazy that you spar with Justin as much as you do, man. And it's
yes and no. We put out a good deal, but he literally takes care of
that series that Terrance has put on is so good.
Yeah, man. Today, he chugged me out pretty good today. And I was like, get out of here, Terrance, from that damn corner. Because, I was running my mouth. I'm like, oh, yeah, And, we're fighting Topuria, so I'm like getting in there, like, playing like I'm going to fucking smoke you. And, I'm showing him all the memes of, there was this meme. There was two guys saying, talking to Justin, what's this? And they're like, what's the game plan for Topuria? That's what Justin asked us. And one of the guys pulls a gun out and says, here.
Sig, hopefully.
and I'm like, look at dude, people are down you again, you know what I mean? But that's what we're just used to. Mm-hmm. We love being the underdog.
Yeah, he's been the underdog in like 80% of his fights, right?
100%, yeah. And he rises to it. He loves that feeling. And you look at the Patty fight, we were like plus 260, I think 270 on that fight, and I'm like, dude, how are we the underdog on this? But numbers are weird, and people, the MMA fans are just like on the hype train, and he has a huge following. He's a huge star in Europe, right?
Not so much anymore.
I mean, we just kind of
he's still big.
He's still big, but it's just like there's levels of the game, and Justin has, ever since he's came over to the UFC, he's been in the top 10 fighting guys his whole career.
And not only that, man, it's like anytime that he's in the octagon, and I say this about very few people, but it is fireworks, man.
100%.
Like, that's why he's headlining or is the main fight on the main card of
Every
UFC
time.
250 or Freedom 250 is what they're calling it, right? Because we're way past 250.
Yeah, it's like
That's crazy.
I don't know what UFC.
This is episode 250. We're talking about Freedom 250.
Yeah, but that's what they're calling
awesome.
it. It's America's birthday, right?
Yeah, right. 250 years of America.
I thought America's birthday was 4th of July, wasn't it? Isn't it not 4th of July?
Yeah, but the card's happening on
June 14th. So we had a debate about it this week, and we're like, what the hell's June 14th? I guess it's like Flag Day, and it's on a Sunday.
Huh.
And I'm happy. I'm glad
I didn't really think about
June than 4th of July because
they're going to have a whole nother like celebration for that, I'm sure.
Right?
So this is probably just like leading up to it. And when you think about it from a business standpoint, that's probably one of the worst times because everybody's got plans
Oh,
and shit
dude,
for
me
like
too.
advertisements.
Trump's birthday.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It
is it?
No shit. Are you shitting me?
I know it is.
No way.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Is it really? Dude, that is badass. Oh, that is sick.
Look at that photo, man.
Dude.
No way.
That is nuts.
That is
I had no
crazy.
idea. But I think
he was born on Flag Day. I thought so.
it is Flag Day too, though, right?
Yeah.
Cool, because we looked that up, but I had no idea it was his birthday.
Oh, damn.
Dude,
They're going to
that
sing
is
happy
so-
birthday to him.
How
on
cool
that.
is that?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
How cool. You know what I mean? Like, that is,
amazing,
to me,
man.
that is even sweeter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't try to get in politics, this and that, but like, listen, if you listen to me, you know where I'm at on everything. And I don't get too carried away, but like, I voted for that guy and it's his birthday and we get to go to the White House. And like, literally, who would have ever thought a guy from Nebraska, a kid out of North Platte, Nebraska, will go to the White House for a once-in-a-lifetime, one and only fight card?
Not to mention, you guys are going to be everywhere in that motherfucker,
oh, yeah.
too, because you guys are the stars.
Yeah,
man.
we're the main event.
I'm fortunate enough I've got to go there with some bands,
Cool.
which was super cool.
Yeah, like me, I wouldn't go there.
It's
Like,
insane, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then from what they're saying is we get to walk out of the Oval Office.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The fighters are walking out of the Oval Office
Yeah.
from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, that's what and
And they're doing it like on the lawn.
yeah.
And they're going to do like the lighting grid's going to be this huge ground support. It's going to be fucking dope.
It's so dick.
So you can
like,
just the White House is the backdrop.
2 arches, right? Like crisscross.
Yeah, it's going to be huge.
Now, I also heard that they're building somewhat of a stadium too, and I hope that's kind of true because, after I started hearing some of the fighters is like, I don't really care if I'm on the White House card, and I was like, what?
What?
What do you mean?
You kidding
They're
me?
like, man, I don't want to fight in front of a bunch of politicians, and I kind of got that right, like because
Well, they've already started some shit that like Eli Topuria wasn't American enough, and if he beat Justin, it was going to be like a anti-American, a Bad Bunny incident or some shit, right?
Yeah, like it's the fight game, right? And like I feel like I thought the card would be a lot better than what they put out because they hyped it up so much.
I'm curious to see what the prelim card is going to be
no
like.
prelim.
There isn't. That's it.
That's it.
Man.
That's what I said.
wasn't like impressed.
Me neither.
Honestly, by it.
I wanted, me personally, I thought they were going to pull out, who's who on this card, like bring in Francis Ngannou back, fight John Jones. John Jones on the card.
John Jones.
Have a couple heavyweights,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody loves Alex, right?
Yeah.
Gone. That would have been a great fight too by itself, but I think everybody
Put them all on there, dude. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everything. Get all the American, true-blooded
I thought,
Americans, Dustin Jacoby.
100%. Like
I wanted him on that card so bad.
I did too. And like,
But bring fucking Connor out too,
Connor,
man.
that's what I thought too. And like, when I seen the announcement, like I knew at 2:00 we got.
Pull up that card real quick, Jamie, if you can find it.
I literally was like, and then I seen the rest of the thing. Like Sean O'Malley is good, but like some of these guys that they're fighting, I'm just like, dude, there's a lot. Like Corey Sandhagen should have been fighting.
You know what I was kind of hoping is that maybe some guys would come out of retirement, like
100%.
Donald Cerrone or something, right? Just as like almost like an exhibition, like boxing, like a Mike Tyson, right?
Yep.
Maybe some Luke Caudillo.
I mean, for something like this, 100%.
Fuck yeah.
You wouldn't have to twist my arm.
Let's get some, bring back
like,
some of the old vets,
I honestly
a
like
Uriah Faber, something like that, Michael Chandler.
Yeah,
well Chandler's on it. I mean,
but like, the Chandler Connor fight would have been a really big one for them, I just thought it was just, it's a great
there's
card.
no prelims?
No. 6 fights.
Fuck, man. I was like, I bet you the prelims are going to be bangers. And then, I don't know, man.
I just don't see how you put this together, period, and to have that many fights like prelims and everything. Like this just has to be a spectacle.
Well,
get it done.
It's crazy because you have to think about it too. That you have the sun that fucks with like camera. Like when you're doing an outdoor event like the Super Bowl, like they have meteorologists that are predicting the weather. Sometimes they make clouds go away. Like, dude, when we were doing the Super Bowl at MetLife, it snowed like a motherfucker the whole time we were there. And then all of a sudden on game day,
it's gone.
It's gone.
Sunshine.
You're like, sure, right?
And
there's a lot of air traffic.
A couple jets over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, though? Like that's a big factor of like what's going on. Because, you know, in DC, it's humid as hell there. And like,
In June?
You know, it's...
Bring the baby powder.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring the board shorts.
You know, it's going to be so crazy. But like, I don't, like me, as a fan, I'm like, oh, that, you know, it's not a bad card. It's not a horrible card. But I'm just glad that we're on it.
Dude, I'm so stoked when I saw that.
Honestly.
Like, and honestly, if
I think Carla Harrison and Amanda
Peloton
Nunes one are
and
going to be on.
weren't on there and Justin wasn't on there, this would be dog shit.
Yeah. Well,
in my opinion.
And apparently we weren't on it until Friday evening. Yeah. It's called crazy, I guess, the whole card was. And I'm like, how do you not have, like, he's only one of two champions, American champions right now.
I know, that's crazy.
You know, and, you know, you want to blow up the White House, America. Like, how do you not have Justin Gaethje on the card? And the most exciting fighter in the division.
With the American flag, right?
Yeah,
like,
100%. But I don't know. Apparently there was some obligations they had to do, you know, for the whole White House deal. So I don't know all that.
Shit, some of these fighters might not be allowed on the property, man. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, I might not be able to get out. I got to keep my ass clean.
They're going to do a background check
100%.
for sure, yeah.
For sure, you know. But, you know, it's one of those things like, you know, I'm blown away. Like we were talking today in the gym, like it's literally just crazy to be a part of something so historical like this. And, you know, now to fight in Trump's birthday.
Talk about like, timing, right? Like that's what I was going to say. Like if it wasn't this president, right? Like, because there's a whole history there. Like
100%.
Donald Trump is part of the reason why the UFC is where they're at, because he gave Dana White his first venue to actually house the UFC, right? At the Trump, I forget where it was at, but he gave him like a hotel room or something so they could get the whole Spike deal done or something. I don't know the whole history.
It was something, and that's why they became really good friends.
Yeah, because he was the only guy that gave him a shot, right?
Yep. And then fast forward time, now look at that.
Yeah.
It's nuts. And to me, I mean, look at that. I mean,
have you gotten to meet Trump before when he's shown up at the fights or anything? Like he hasn't come back into the locker room or anything?
Justin has met him, taken pictures with him a few times, but me personally, no. None of the coaches, none of us have.
Huh.
So, like, it's literally like one of these things that, you know, it's just going to be a wow factor.
Yeah.
You know?
It's awesome, man. Yeah. I think it's rad. Like, I'm not complaining about it. I wish the card was a little bit more put together. Like, I mean, look at what they did for UFC 300 and like some of these huge, even 325, right? It was the premiere on Paramount. That was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess what you get, like how they hyped it up and everything, you know, you just, you know, and maybe they were just all rumors, but the way they hyped it up was like there was going to be like 5 to 6 title fights. And I'm thinking, how are they going to do this? But, you know, realistically, they did it.
You know what's kind of amazing is there's no women on the card.
Dude, well, that's what I was saying.
I wonder if
Harrison, no. Come on. Yeah, right. Harrison, the champ, was going to fight Amanda in the, the opening of Paramount card.
Right.
But she hurt her neck, had surgery. So I guess she's not healed up completely to be fighting on the card. So she would have been on it, I think, her and Amanda. And that fight would have been really huge. That's the fight I wanted to see on the fight when we were on with Patty, too. So, you kind of hope it was a little, stacker card, but
Justin's got to be so stoked, though, right?
He's pretty bummed. He's pretty bummed. I'm not. He's such a, he's such a proud American. I mean, you see it. Like, he brings out the flag every fight. He does so much things for, service members. He's just a good American. Like, he really wants to be
Patriotic.
Yep. Yeah. And, we're at the end of our career. So what better, story would be to win at the White House?
Yeah.
Is undisputed championship. And what better opponent do we have? A guy that's just been, sleeping dudes.
Yeah.
So, this is the fight I wanted. This is the fight he wanted. This is, I call it fate, whether it's good or bad.
Oh, I thought you said he was bummed about it.
Fighting Topuria?
No, just like being on the White House card. I thought.
Oh, no.
No,
He
okay.
wanted it. Yeah, he wanted it.
I bet.
Yeah, we all wanted it. And, like,
Think about
when we didn't hear about it.
I just think about how vicious he is on just like a normal card. Think about this, dude. When you have America behind you and you're going onto the White House lawn to represent
America
against a foreign opponent, bro.
I know. You're gonna have to kill this kid, dude. You're gonna have to kill this kid that night. That's why
they should have made that meme the other way.
It is, but you know how the internet is always. I mean, because Topuria is, he's a star. He's a superstar. You see what he's done to previous opponents.
He's not dumb either, man. Like, you say what you will about him taking this break or whatever, but like,
dude, could you imagine going through a separation and this and that, and have that limelight? Like, it takes a toll on you, bro. And he's smart. He's good. He's the dangerous guy right now. He's the man to beat, right, in our division. I will say this, though. If you watch some of his earlier fights, this guy's been put on his ass by some guys that probably shouldn't have put him on his ass. Mm-hmm. And I will say this. You can quote me. He's never been hit by anybody that's been punched like what Justin's about to punch him. He's about to get hit by a real American.
Yeah. And somebody that kicks like him, too.
Kicks like a real American. You're going to see Captain America come out, baby.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
I hope Kid Rock sings the national anthem.
He's going to be there.
100%.
He's there. It's going to be, it's crazy just to be a part of it. And to me, it's just like when I found out, Justin called me. He FaceTimed me. He goes, "We're on it, baby." And I was like, "No way." I'm like, "Who we fighting?" He goes, "Who do we want?" And I said, "No way."
Yeah.
And, it was just awesome. And, like I said, it was like the Patty fight. Like, that morning, me and my dad would always talk. My dad would give his 2 cents. All right, you better tell Justin, get inside in this
really
guy.
That's awesome.
My dad talked to it, to coach, And, it's just one of those things that, that last fight, I didn't have that conversation. And it was so funny because Justin knew I was dealing with, that. And we were making the walk to when we get out of the bus to the arena. And he's walking in front of me, and I'm right behind him. And he looked back. He goes, "You feel that?" And I felt like this cold air, hit us and, woke us up. And I said, "Whoa." And he looked back, and he goes, "He's here, dude." And
no way.
It was cool.
That's
so,
right.
my dad had a Facebook account. And after I found out, couldn't call him. I got on his Facebook page and told him. It's one of those things that you miss him.
Yeah, man.
That's
hard, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, well, everybody's gonna go through it.
It is. It's
I'm gonna give this to my kids. I told my wife and a couple of my buddies. I was like, man, I don't know if I would have had kids knowing that I'm gonna put them through this. Mm-hmm. Because me and my dad were close. We had a good relationship, and man, I'm just so glad I got voicemail messages. You know, we were talking about podcasting.
Yeah.
You know, having that, like I would do anything to have that back, to do that, have that opportunity. Voicemail messages.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I got a few that I haven't even opened, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Saving them for a rainy day.
Yeah, man.
You know?
That's what's up, man.
Same thing, you know?
Well, man, I don't know where your beliefs are at, but I believe that
I'm
they're
gonna see him
still
again.
with you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and you'll see him again.
Yep.
And I think that's where I'm at with it, man, is like, you know, there's a lot of coulda, woulda, shoulda,
Yeah.
and, you know, all this sort of stuff. But like,
It's
sometimes, who knows, man? What if you were driving in Nebraska that 4 hours and got in a car accident and he
100%.
lost you?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you never know, man.
Yep.
Like,
And I just think, you know, I was lucky enough to have him, you know, I'm in my 40s, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm lucky. You know, my mom lost her mom at 13 years old. You know what I mean? Like,
it's crazy.
how lucky am
It's
I?
so
you
hard,
know?
man. Could
How-
you imagine being that age and
Dude,
having
you know,
to deal with that?
And I never met my grandparents, you know? And then to have my kids to know who my dad was, their grandpa.
It's important, man.
It's like, I'm spoiled.
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, you can look at it like, oh, man, poor me. No, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. But, man, you know, I just try to keep making him proud and do you know, he's always in my ear.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, it's cool you guys, like you said, you have your circle around you too, and fucking how awesome of Justin makes me even a bigger fan of him, just to like take that time, right? Because he could have been,
Nuts, right?
dude, he's walking in to fight
Yeah.
Patty the fucking baddie, right? Like, and to be
It was
conscious
cool.
of that,
It was
it's
cool.
rad.
It was.
man.
It was.
Yeah. It's a family.
Yeah,
more
we're
than
family.
yeah.
You know, and that's what people don't understand. Like people are like, dude, you know, you guys are fucking close. I'm like, nah, man, you got to realize this kid walked to the gym, not a pot to piss in, you know, not knowing anything. Took a chance with me, and you know, I started taking him to his amateur fights that costed me money, you know, and you know, for him to, you know, have me along this way, you know,
That's loyalty.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it just shows you like what kind of person he is, but also, you know, I've never changed the way I treated him with the fame now, and you know, I'll still give him shit. You know me, you know, and I keep him in check too.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's part of the reason, like, why he's kept me around too, because he knows I'm real, and he asked me, you know, and you know, I know he wishes I golfed more, but I just can't get in there. Like,
It's hard, man. My son's getting into
You know
it
what I
now, too,
mean?
and I'm like, oh man.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather go shoot my bow than golf, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, that's his thing. You know, he loves golf, and I just...
He's damn good at it.
Yeah,
too,
he's
huh?
very good.
Yeah.
He's setting himself up for, you know, retirement and what he wants to do. Now he's on a Pro-Am celebrity
Oh,
tour
sweet.
deal. Yeah, so, you know, he's happy, you know. But at the same time, you know, he's paid his way to doing whatever he wanted to do.
Absolutely,
you know?
man.
And
Pay those dues, right?
he's paid him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's paid him for sure.
You want to take a quick break real quick?
Sure.
If you're not checking out the Mountainside Podcast on YouTube, you absolutely should be. If you like the content that we create here and you want to help support the podcast, please take a moment, subscribe to us on YouTube, and hit that notification bell. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
That's
the
awesome.
least
This is
I
a
can
dope
do.
hat, too. I'll wear it on the pod. That's my style.
Oh, I just do you like black, and I was like,
That's awesome, too. It's like a golf hat.
it's
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we don't
It's
have
from the
it.
beginning.
Okay. Shit. Sorry, Luke.
Shit.
we can do whatever. we
250th,
do.
babe. Let's go.
Hey, welcome
it's not
back
like
to
you ain't been on
250.
before.
Hey, you act like I don't run one of
I
these bitches.
misunderstood what you meant, dude.
Don't worry about it. We're
Oh,
good.
I feel terrible.
Dude, this podcast is not perfection. It's
No.
not UFC at the White House, right? Like,
I literally, you know how many times I yell at Tomas and
Yeah.
it's my fault? Like, you just got to blame somebody. You know what I mean?
I'm an easy target.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's it.
nah, shit, man. We haven't fucked up in a long time. It's actually kind of cool, man. It lets
Yeah,
people know
well,
we're genuine. And it's
hey.
like, I'm not going to, we just had an hour of conversation that
Yeah.
was fucking epic.
Yeah.
Like, why would you scrap that and start over?
I mean, you can get rid of. I'm glad it wasn't me getting fucking all teary eyed when talking about my dad. So.
Maybe your dad turned it off. Like
He's like, quit being a bitch.
Yeah, sack up, motherfucker.
Man up, bud. He's over there hitting us. Not in my car.
You never know, bro.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but honestly, like, it's one of those things. Like, we're 250, right?
Yeah.
Dude, we're like. Literally, it's just human error, and we go through it. It's just,
Man, thank you so much for coming in for it. Jeremy, thank you for being here. You haven't been in studio.
I've been a big help.
nah, you are.
Oh, you're a little rusty. I don't think Jeremy. When's the last time you were in here? What episode?
Dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Pull that mic around. It's on, man.
Is it?
I literally am glad.
No, it's not on.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here.
It's been a long time. I do regular guy stuff now.
Yeah,
Working, man.
yeah, I hear you. The thing is like, people just don't realize like how hard it is to, people are like, oh, I'll do a podcast. Like, yeah, I'm sure you will, and I hope the best for you. But dude, they don't realize like it's like a fucking leech, and it sucks the blood out of you.
Yeah.
In my case, it kills my liver, right? But like I said, if you would have asked me, when COVID hit and I launched mine and I started doing this whole deal, like, would you think I'd still be doing it today and working with some of the companies that I work with and friends that I've gotten to be on the podcast? No, dude. No freaking way. It's just so weird, but I will say this. Everybody's like, man, you're so lucky, dude. You got the thing. And I'm like, you know what's so funny? The harder I work, the luckier I get.
That's so true.
It's true.
People
think that it's just fucking, I'm Houdini and I got all this, coming to me because I am that lucky guy. Yes, I think luck is something to do with it and karma or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you don't put yourself out there and like take chances, you know what I mean?
You have to, like, I really have a passion for this. Like, this is my thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, I love shooting my bow. I love spending time with my kids. But this is like, this is
Bobby
my
time.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
You
is
built this.
This
Look
is
at
my
this.
therapy
Yeah,
session, right? This is my. It's been so much for me.
I
man.
never considered this as my job.
No.
Never. Like, people are like, I say, babe, I got to do my work. I got to go do edit or whatever. I was like, give me a little time. And she's like, okay. Of course, my whole life is like, my wife thinks everything's work, but she's like, it's vacation. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But
I
that's
go
how
on
it
hunting
should be.
trips.
Yeah.
I go on hunting trips. It's vacation, right? She doesn't realize like it's actually work that I'm doing. I gotta, promote brands and, do this and that. But like, I have literally set myself up to do what I wanted to do.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. Like, I've done the same thing. Like, people are like, oh, it must be awesome having the rock and roll career that you did and all these things, right? And I'm like, it is, but I worked my ass off to do it too. It's not, everything's fun for like the first couple, right? Like a new girlfriend or whatever.
Stage,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It's that sort of thing. And then once you really get in the weeds or a big problem comes up.
Yeah. Camera's not working. Like, you got a guest right there and you're like, oh God, I look like an amateur. Right? 100%.
Yeah.
It's just part of the biz, right? Like, and I'm like, you just keep pushing through it and you just do it. And like, guess
You
what?
learn from it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I never take anything too serious because one, what's it going to really do? Right? Like like people are talking about this war that's going on in Iran. Dude, my opinion doesn't fucking matter.
Mm-hmm.
All I can do is control my little tribe.
3-foot world, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't let that shit bother me. I mean, granted, could they come and bring us a nuke over here? Yeah, guess what? None of us are coming out alive.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I don't know that you would want to at that point,
Yeah,
right? Like,
you know
you're going
what
to
I
be
mean?
severely fucked up.
Yeah,
man.
and literally, I can only control what I can control.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's how I, like, really just dove in and, like, I can only control so much, and that's what I'm going to try to make the best outcome.
Man, it really changed this year for me. Like, after that school shooting and the Charlie Kirk thing fucked me up bad, dude. Like, that that was something that rocked me a little bit. Yeah. It rocked me. Yeah. It rocked me pretty hard to made me rethink, like, what am I doing here? Because we were having a ton of success by like those little short things that we made, but those were also the most volatile thing on there, right? Like those little 1 minute clips or 30 seconds or whatever. So I was like, and we were putting out a piece of content a day and it was growing like fast.
Yeah.
But that's where we were starting. People wouldn't go and listen to the full podcast. They just watch the 1 minute clip and they think that they saw the show, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, I'm going to redo this, man. Like, I don't care how much, I'm not trying to be Rogan. I'm not trying to be Sean Ryan. I'm not trying to be whatever. I'm trying to be my own thing. And I want to bring it back to the long form. And I think that that's honestly what's eroding our country a little bit is the short content. Mm-hmm. And I'm the victim to it too, man. I love watching.
Well, everybody wants those
things.
Clicks, right? You want them, and you want to build this brand up to be, successful. Everything we do is successful, right? But what is that successful level?
Yeah.
Is it, like me, like when I was fighting, all I wanted to do was be in the UFC. And I did that, and then I was like, oh, I should have done other goals. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, now my goal with the podcast is the same thing with you. I cut back 2 episodes a month. Sometimes I'll put 3 out, but like I realized people were only clicking on the, some of the popular ones that they wanted to listen to instead of missing out on the ones that I put out, Mm-hmm. And I was like, as soon as I cut back on my episodes, all my other ones started.
Plus, you're going to go into it fresher, man. Like, I have a whole regiment. Like, when I have a podcast guest, it's a day-long process for me because I want to come in here my best version of myself, dude. Yep. Like, to check all those boxes, and then I can come in here, right? Yep.
Well, you don't want to be, a deer in headlights. You want to know, like, especially, obviously, how I run my podcast on GU. It's just like, we just swinging from the hips, right? At the gym, I got to have some kind of structure with some of these background of these fighters. I don't want to look, I can't, blame it on the alcohol because I'm not, there doing that. So
yeah, the new one's a little bit different, right?
Different, right? And it's different. So it's actually been cool for me because it's out of my element and it's kind of made me like, oh, this is
got to step up the game a little bit, huh?
And but it's been fun. Like I'm like, hey, we still got to entertain and still have fun with this whole thing.
You guys are gonna crush it with that,
it's been
man.
pretty cool, man.
It's awesome.
It's been pretty cool, and it's just.
And the best part is you get to just come in and hit record and walk away, right?
Bro, Terrance.
That's huge,
dude.
He's such a nice dude. I actually met him this year.
Okay.
Like he attended one of my daughters. He had a mutual friend or something, or his fiance did. I don't know if he's engaged.
Probably. She's a teacher,
And I was like, oh, I know this kid. And I was like, oh shit, I think that's Terrance, right?
Trevor's kid.
So I went and asked him. I was like, are you Terrance Whitman? He's like, yeah. I was like, I'm a buddy of Luke's. He's like, oh, yeah. He's a super nice kid.
You should get him on the show. I
want to have him on
because, like, literally, he's like
he's an artist, man.
Dude, he's such an artist. He's just like his dad, and
I kind of fanboyed him. I was like, dude, your content is so good.
Like he'll throw something up, and I'll tell him, I'm like, hey man, will you put this together for me? And he'll be like, yeah. 2-3 hours later, he sends it to me, and I'm like, what? How did you do this that fast? It would have took me all week.
Yeah.
And a lot of YouTube videos watching how he did it. He is just, and he's like such a perfectionist when it comes to stuff like this. Like the lighting in our studio can never be just right. I mean, it's so nuts, dude.
Yeah.
And like, we just keep buying better cameras. Like we just, like you have no idea. Like I'm like, can I have the old cameras?
Yeah.
We used it for
G's about ready to get an upgrade. Yeah.
I'm like, we've used those for 6 episodes, But it's just like, he's one of those things. Like it's, it's a podcast is a podcast. It's what you make of it. Right.
Sure.
And like I said, like this has never worked for me. And like, I am just so lucky that, people tune in and listen to it. Just like you, like we've had an audience so people can listen to. I am truly thankful. And people are like, dude, you're good at what you do. You just keep doing it. And I'm like, yes, I feel that way too. But at the same time, you got to be thankful because, you know, without them, you don't have a job. If they're not listening to you.
Well, and,
you know,
that's one thing that I've always tried to just be really conscious of is being thankful for the audience.
Yeah.
And the sponsors and all that sort of stuff, man. Because without that, you're nothing, dude. I wouldn't be able to do this. You know?
I mean, you think back at it, and like I said, I would never have guessed would I've hit 250, right? Like episode, like who the hell is gonna listen?
6 years, right?
Yeah. And just like the growing pains as it went, and like, you know, because it. You know, after that honeymoon phase you have, you know, doing the podcast, reality hits. Like, okay, am I making this a business? Am I making this? What was like? Why is my why doing this? You know, and like I said, like I've always just became like, how am I going to make money? That's how. And the more you think about really how you're going to make money, it starts coming.
See, I haven't thought about that.
Yeah.
It's just kind of naturally come. I'm so fortunate.
Dude, that's the best.
And it's been
Because
like enough to get by, right? Or upgrade to what we have.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Like, you got to find out what really is enough, right?
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, like you have another job, right? And I have another job. So this is just icing on the cake, right? But at the end of the day, you know, you want that extra cushion. I want to be able to go on vacation. I want to, you know, my kids want something. I
want to be able to do bigger and better things here. Like we just recently rebranded from the Mountainside Podcast to just the Mountainside. In the last couple of years, we've gone at least once a year. We've gone someplace on location.
Okay.
Recorded with somebody, like brought all the equipment, and then also like filmed like a vlogger type, kind of like what Terrance is doing, right? With Justin's like fight camps and you guys. Like last year we went to Tucson and recorded with Caleb Brewer.
Nice.
Do you know Caleb?
Yeah.
Stud, man. Double amputee.
So,
like that guy's.
He's like just the icon for all the amputees. And
oh my God, dude.
There's a will, there's a way.
And his archery shop, if you're ever in Tucson, Luke, you got to go there, man. It is.
I didn't even know he had an archery shop, though.
Yeah, so he's got an archery shop there called Stick Sniper Archery, and it's in Tucson. And the coolest group of guys that work in there, man, is his buddy Jonathan, is another amputee, shoots a bow with his mouth, with a mouth tab. And they're studs, dude. We went and hung out with them, all the guys in there. You know what it's like hanging out in the archery shop? Like if you go down and hang out with Phil and the boys at No Limits or to Rocky Mountain Specialty Gear, you're not in there just talking about archery, man. Like you're getting, I've gotten so many life lessons from Tom, like on being a father and like so many things, man. That guy's been such a good influence to me. But like going down there and meeting Caleb and everybody that works in his shop, and then they had some like novelty shit there, you know, like I can't remember what the bow was, but there was a 90-pound bow there that had just, you know, the old school like cam was like just a little wheel. It's like the size of this, right? Not even the size of this can.
The old ones,
Yeah. And his 90-pounder, and we were shooting that thing. And so I've been lucky to do stuff like that, and then
that's cool.
Be able to go to his house and film a little bit of that, like camaraderie too. And
well, it just takes it to another piece of level.
That's what I want. Like the big sponsorship for is like, hey, fund this so I can go do cool hang out with these cool people.
Yeah. And I think that's what makes everything different, right? Why is your podcast different than mine? What that you do different things, and that's how our brains work. Like what, you know, when I first started, I was like, man, I love podcasts, but they're all like the same. I want something that I want to. What would I do if I ran a podcast? And then finally, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. It was a crapshoot, right? And I knew that, and that's one thing that you hear a lot of people are like, man, I've been thinking about doing a podcast. Do it, because there's something for everybody. It's one thing I've learned in this game. Just because it doesn't intrigue you, there's 10,000 other people that they are waiting for your podcast to launch. I think the problem is be committed to it, because it doesn't just happen overnight.
Yeah, because the problem is when you don't put one out on that regular basis, they're going to go find something to fill that void, right? Like they're going to go listen to somebody else if you're looking at it from like a business standpoint, which I got to say, man, I really, with this, not that I don't think about it, but I try it like after the first 40 episodes, I was real heavy on like the business side.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, fuck, I'm just going to do it. And if it works out, it works out, man. Like, it's kind of like put some faith in it, you know?
Well, it's the same thing as like, don't get me wrong, you know, sponsors just didn't come knocking on my door, right? It doesn't happen that way. You actually got to go do it and everything. But if you build it, they start coming.
Yeah.
It's funny because of how that happens, you know? It's just like, you know, the more you think about it, it doesn't happen overnight, right? Like, it literally, you know how many times I've gotten no to? People have told me no a lot. You know what I mean?
Doesn't mean you don't quit asking,
No,
right? Yeah.
And then eventually you get that yes, you know, and then it makes those no's so much sweeter, you know? Like, it just, wait, did I say it right?
The yes is so much sweeter.
right?
Yeah.
That's what
But I know exactly what you meant.
And, you know, and it's just one of those things like, you know, I always think, well, their loss, not mine. You know, it wasn't a fit for probably both of us. So I'm glad they said no. And, you know, it's like one of those things. One door closes, two doors open. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer of that. And at the same time, is like, I never planned on being rich off of this. You know what I mean? Like, this was something that I could work from home, make a little money, and do some badass shit.
Right.
Some badass people.
When you're looking at it from a father standpoint in time, it's like, this better be worth my time too, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's important,
It's
right?
very important. Yeah. And that's why I said, like, that is one of those things where I know, you know, they'll look back, you know, yeah, did I have to take time away and hang out? But like, now I make sure my family comes and hangs out before the show, after the show with the guests, so they know.
That's
like,
cool.
People get to meet my family, you know, and hang out, and they get to see like what Dad's doing, like, honestly. And to me, I think that is, you know, an eye opener for my kids, because when I say, hey, I got to do a podcast, they understand it. They're like, hey, when do you want us to come out? Like, come out now. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they want to meet the person too, you know, or whatever. Or if it's a guy that I've had on, they're like, oh, great. That means I know what you're going to do, Dad. You know what I mean? You know, and it's so funny, you know. And to me, it's just like, you know, I guess I'm just lucky, just like you. Like, you know, putting out 250 episodes isn't just like anybody can say that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, now I'm just like, dude, 300 seems so far away, but it's really not.
No, man, it'll be like in a few months.
Yeah,
you
it's
know
not
what I
that
mean?
hard.
Yeah.
It's not that far. And like, I'm starting to think like, okay, I've done this much this far. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Let's keep building this up, you know? And it's just weird because I get so much feedback from different people like, hey, man, you should try this new AI program. And I'm like, dude, I am not technology savvy. You got to come over and fucking show me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, now they have all this stuff. They can, you know, feed clips into it. And everything.
Oh, I
And
know.
I'm like, man.
We're just doing what we do here, man.
That's
It's
how
like,
I am.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you obviously see what I put out. So, like, it's literally, I'm just happy of doing it. And it's got me this far. So why would I, you know, change
Right.
it? You know?
And it keeps growing, right? Like,
it's
that's the
100%.
other thing too, man. I think one of the coolest parts about all of this, man, you know, aside from listeners listening to us and stuff, like, and this will show you a little bit genuine side of Luke if you're listening on our side or
Yeah.
from the GU unfiltered side, man. And like, there's never been everything else I've ever done in my life, business wise or whatever. There's like this level of like competition, right? Fighting, you know, you're trying to get accounts,
Yep.
you're trying to get into this new position or something. We have never had that, man. It's
No.
just been like, I'll help you, you help me.
Yeah.
It's like, you know,
Dude, when I first met you, I was like, oh, man, that's a cool guy. Definitely. And then you invited me on your show, and then I got to know you a little bit better, and I got to meet Jeremy. And the way I look at it is, man, I've always treated people with respect that treat me with respect. And, like, you know, you look back now, you know, 250 episodes later now, and you see all those signs on those walls on your door now, and some of those guys that I've known, like when Whitney, Chris,
Yeah.
like all the other guys.
Some of those people you've introduced, man, we've shared guests.
Same thing, yeah. And like literally, I would never do that to anybody. Just be like, hey, you should do this, or you should go talk to Bobby. Like literally, you're good people though, Bobby, and that is why you have 250 episodes and you're still going strong. Because
Thanks, man.
you know you're not fake, and you're just a person that I could. You know, when I saw you at Western Hut, I was like, oh, shit, this is cool seeing you here, because my first time ever seeing you there, and I've been doing that shit for like 7 years now, 8 years.
It was my first year. I'd been invited a lot of years, and even before I had the podcast, I never to Western Hunt, but SHOT Show I got invited to. And I've just been like, I don't have any reason to be there. Like, I'm not going to go. But this year I had a reason with the other business, you know?
Yeah.
And it went amazing, man.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's networking also.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of it is.
Met so
it's
many
like,
people.
I don't go, and like, people think like you're going to go there and sign a contract deal right away. Like, that doesn't happen, bro. You go there, put your face to them, shake their hands, and then get a card or whatever, and then, you know, or that night you meet up at the bar and you hang out and they get to know you a little bit, and they're like, oh, let's do something. And like, that's how it happens, or get the ball rolling, or something like that. You just, it's never been like, I come to your booth and be like, hey, sponsor my show. No, let me bust out my checkbook. You know what I mean? Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
No.
It's just been years, and like, you know.
The best part about going to those shows for me and getting back into those circles and what I was working in professionally in the last few years is like, just being back around good people, like seeing you and seeing Dana and seeing Beto and seeing Christian and Brandon. And it's like, you know, the list, I could just go on and on and on and on. Donnie, Vince, and Joe, you know, like that was the best part of the trip. And the best part is I'm there on business too. So that was successful. Like I got to meet a whole bunch of new people, you know?
Yeah.
Like, for example, I went over to the Matthews booth because I've shot at Matthews forever. And I was just shooting... I was shooting their new bow there, whatever it is. I don't even know what they're named. That shows you how much of a hunter I am. I know I shoot the V3 still, but
great bow.
Yeah, but anyways, I was like, man, this is next level. Just talking to the guys, and they were cool as shit. And I ended up talking to this dude for like 2 hours. Like, wow, just and I had no idea who he was. He was just some old dude, like I had no idea. Ends up being the VP of Matthews.
That's the best.
And he's like, oh, man, I want to come see the studio.
Yeah.
And like, now I might be helping them with their booth and helping them out with some lighting and video walls and stuff. I was like, man, and I just gave it to him real, too. I was like, hey, you guys need to step it up, man. That little banner's not like,
you're Matthews.
I can help you with that.
You are Matthews, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean?
I was like,
and that's truth, right?
Yeah.
And it's really the truth. And like, honestly, like, It's just being straightforward and being the person you are. I
just
mean,
be genuine.
genuine. That's it.
And treat everybody the same, whether you know who they are or not. If I would have known he was the VP, it wouldn't have mattered. But I never started with that. I never started with like, oh, what's your title?
Yeah, who are you?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that same thing is like, I love it generally. Like when don't get me wrong, I love when people come and ask, hey, can I get a picture with you? I do. Don't get me wrong. It's fun, right? But I generally like when people start a conversation and they're talking to me and this and that, and then they start, like, what do you do? And I'll tell them and this and that, and they're like, oh, like, who do you coach then? And this and that, because I don't ever just name drop.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, that's my favorite fighter, my kid's fighter. And they're like, dude, that's you. And I was like, yeah, oh my God, that's you. And then, my wife will usually say something like, yeah, that's Luke in here.
That's awesome.
And I love those conversations more than anything, because this person is talking to me just because he has no idea who I am.
What's funny about that too, man, is like I got going back into those circles and people that I want to be around. And I've had a lot of those people that I was talking about, like on the podcast. I got recognized so much more than I was used to. Like it would throw me off guard.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, you're Bobby from the mountainside or whatever. But it's funny. I've been in a couple Walmart parking lots,
Yep.
and I've got recognized from your podcast. They're like, "Dude, I saw you on GU Unfiltered." And I'm like, "Oh shit! All right, cool. What's up, man?"
Yeah.
You know, like, or in the hunting section at Cabela's or
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
well, it's funny because like now
they're like good old boys. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And it's funny, like my kids will be with me, you know, like I take my kids everywhere and we'll be in the mall and they'll be like, dude, you know, and my kids already automatically think it's because of Justin, right? They're talking and they'll be like, dude, your podcast is this and that. And then my daughter's like, oh, I thought he was a fan from the UFC. He's like your podcast. He must like to party, Dad.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's awesome.
I guess.
You know what's crazy to me is I've influenced some people to move to right here that live in our neighborhood that are now friends of mine because they listen to the podcast.
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
We're like, I mean, I was the full decision, right? There's a ton of other decisions, but I had some influence, right? Yeah. And they were like, oh, well, he seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
Must be cool people there, right? We don't tell them that Evergreen's full of liberals.
The state, you know. But I mean, honestly,
damn it, man! I was totally tricked.
But like
that Bobby guy never hangs out. He never goes. I never go to restaurants.
He never leaves the house,
right?
Well, that's the thing is like honestly, like you find your niche of people, right? Like, and like I go to places and you know you can pretty much tell like who's who like after a few conversations, right? And you're like, you know, you just don't. I don't put myself in that situation. Bringing up a topic or anything, and I'm just, you know, I just try to get along with everybody, and you know, I never got into politics at all. Like I didn't even give a shit until I think I started having kids, and like
when it starts impacting you at home and what you're doing, that's the time to get involved. Or man, there's some wild shit, dude. Like, not to get into it right now, but like Colorado's trying to legalize prostitution and shit.
Dude.
It's like what are we doing?
What are we doing here?
Are we that dumb? I'm sorry, man. I'm just saying it because you talk about, well, look at all these nonprofits that you and I have worked with like Jeremiah and War Party who are trying to combat human trafficking.
Yeah.
And you're just going to go ahead and open it up and make it legal so it's that much easier to human traffic people. Like, it's like, it's insanity.
They don't understand like what comes with that.
Yeah.
The drugs.
They understand, dude.
Everything, right? Like
that's the part. They understand.
Yeah, they don't care. They know it's coming.
No, it's like
they don't care. They want.
They grab another gear in madness.
Yeah, and I just don't. That's the part that I have a hard part. You know, living in Colorado because there's so many cool things in Colorado. We live in one of the best states, beautiful states ever. There's so much stuff to do: the elk, the wildlife, the mountains. You know, recreation stuff. You know, the altitude training. Like there's so much. You know, badass shit here. And then you have, you know, bad eggs too. You know what I mean? And like you just, and once again, I can only control so much, right? So I always, you know, I can only control so much.
I guess that's when I get involved. And the only thing I've really gotten involved with here at the Mountainside is wildlife policy.
Yeah. Which is a great thing to be involved in because your vote matters.
I just think it's stupid.
Every vote matters, but when you have a platform, and you can, you know, reach, you know, a lot of people with, you know, like guys like the CP,
Colorado Parks and Wildlife, or CRWN,
Dan, or you know, like Dan, all those guys, like, dude, that is an impact to have people like them on your show, and you have a platform to, you know, because one, you know what's right, and it's something that you care near and dear about. Mm-hmm. I'm the same way. It's like do I try to get in politics knowing that? But there's a point in my life where I'm like, this is my platform. I'll do whatever the hell I want. And yes, those guys are welcome anytime to be on my show to get it out there.
Yeah, man. If it's an issue that's genuinely going to affect people and maybe even my daughter or your daughter,
that's why I said, that's why I started
my
caring
kid
about
or
politics.
like, or
you know
like,
what I mean?
You know, you shouldn't. I mean, we live in this country for a reason, right? It's the best fucking place in the world,
Ever.
right? And it's founded on freedom and freedom of speech and a bunch of other ideologies, right? Let's just call it what it is, right? But it is the best thing since fucking sliced bread. And the minute that you start to try to erode that, right? Like
exactly.
You know, like that's where I kind of like draw the line or try to tell people what to do. I mean, I get that people have to be governed and have to have some guardrails, right? If there was if the speed limit was up to you, and I got this from Pastor Joby Martin, he's like, if the speed limit was just like drive safe, you'd have assholes doing 100 miles an hour, right? And just think that that's safe. And you'd have people doing 25 miles an hour doing their makeup or whatever, right? And it's like, that's such a great analogy.
It is.
So you do have to have some guardrails. Like 100%. I get that, right? Like you can't just be total freedom, but
you look at America and like America's full of immigrants, right?
Yeah.
And you look at a guy like me, like, you know, I was born in Nebraska, but grandparents were not. And you think of like all this, you know, open policy of open borders and this and that. Like, I get why everybody wants to come to America. It's the best country ever, right? I get that. But with every person that's coming over, there's also bad people coming in.
There's also people that want to knock that down too. They want to knock down one of those four walls, dude.
Exactly.
You know?
They want to put harm on our people. They're coming in here for all the wrong reasons, right? They don't want to. And granted, there's people that want to better their life, give that American opportunity, like, you know, get that American dollar. I get that. Yes, I'm all for that. But there's also proper channels of doing that. With every good person that wants to do that, raise a family here in America, there's a couple pieces of shits that come in here and want to ruin it for everybody. And, you know, you get the rapists, the murderers, you know, just a piece of shits. And that's where I draw the line is like, I get it now why we have to do, you know, close the borders because I want my family safe.
Yeah, man, that's what it's all about.
Did your grandparents come over when there was a entitlement infrastructure?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
No, they came over and they're like,
they helped build it.
Yeah, they wanted to work, and not only that, but you know, now you I mean, I'll be quite honest, they want them over here because they want their votes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just way two different things of wanting to do it, but you know. That's my 2 cents on politics. I'm just, you know, I'm going to the White House and I'm excited to it's Trump's birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you get him? You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
man.
what do you do? Maybe I got to talk to Beto and be like, we got to make something badass for him.
You should. You should make like a knife or something.
Something cool.
That'd be awesome.
That to the White
I know. Yeah, my brown ass bringing. I got a gift.
Shit.
Yeah, right.
ask for permission.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you see the gun that Jesse James built?
No.
Donald Trump.
He hasn't been able to take possession of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Is it badass?
Maybe
Dude, it says like 45, 47 on it or
Oh,
something
sick.
like that, and it's a 45 caliber.
I bet it's badass. Oh, look at
Yeah.
that, Donald. That's sweet.
Yeah, but I think there was something early.
Look at that thing, dude.
Years ago.
Dude.
That guy's amazing.
So
He's a
talented.
bucket list for me here at the pod.
Yeah.
If we get him to Evergreen, he's going to hit yours too.
Oh,
'cause
dude. That would be unbelievable, right?
This guy's a master, man. He
Look how
revolutionized so
sick
many
that
things.
So this
Look
is
at the
first-
presidential seal.
This was the first administration that he made this one. I don't know if he made a second.
1911, huh?
I
That's
think
my
he made
cup of
one
tea.
with 45 and 47 on it, and it's on each side.
Dude, that is sick.
Yeah.
This one, he wasn't able to take possession.
Needs to be in a Quentin Tarantino film, you know?
Dude, that is sick. And it's like, here's the thing, man. Like, whether you like him or love him, he's done so many cool things. Like, you look at when, like, they took over, when they came in and they got, what's his name? When they came in, took him over.
Elon?
Not Elon. The guy from, who was that guy they just picked up when the team came over? Who was that? Yeah, there you go, right there. Right? Dude, when your country is happy that they got him and
Oh, right. Yeah.
like that's how you should look at it. Not what was wrong or right here. You see some of the people are like, oh, you shouldn't have done that, this, that. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to look at all the fake media and this and that, but like when generally people are happy that
Don't
he's
ask
gone.
Jeremy.
You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta.
I was stoked when like, all right, that thing went off without a hitch.
Yeah.
You got this past week, and I'm like, yo, like this is a whole different kind of word.
It is way different, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing with it all. It's like you're never gonna make everybody happy.
No.
And could you imagine being the president?
Well, and I think, not,
could you imagine that?
No. Well, that's what I'm saying is like the decisions that you would have to make, right? Like that is something I would never want to do.
No.
And I mean, I'm actually kind of thankful that a guy that's this proactive wants to do it, because if not, you get a sleeper in there and it's like who we had our last. Yeah.
It's just look at how many times. And like you hear about some of these guys, these general commanders and everything that were passed down. They're like, you know what? And there's one thing I will say about him. He had the balls to do it.
Yeah.
And, with the Iran deal, like, I don't know if I could have done it. You know what I mean? Like, that's a decision that you have the power to do so many great things and a lot of bad things, too.
Yeah. I don't think he would have done this in his first term. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Well, he didn't do it. So there you go.
We also, the UFC on the White House lawn has been pretty controversial.
100%.
Like, right? Like people like that don't understand the UFC. Like, it's almost like having blood sport. On the White House lawn. The fans are stoked.
Yeah.
But that's a small percentage. It's not a small percentage anymore.
It's not. Yeah, it's big. But if you follow the sport, and if you would go back in like, previous UFCs, this guy would come to all the events.
Yeah.
And support Dana and the shows. Like,
well, you know what else I think is really cool? Is it's not the first time it's happened. Like, there's been boxing events. Like,
oh, really?
Teddy Roosevelt, I think, had. Look that up, Jeremy.
Really? I guess I never thought about that.
Yeah, I think they've had professional boxing on the White House lawn.
Which makes sense.
Teddy Roosevelt used to fucking box.
Really?
Yeah, on the White House lawn.
That's freaking sweet.
It was either Jeremy that told me that or Chris Camozzi.
No, Camozzi's a Roosevelt fan, but I think I showed you guys the picture of him when he was like a kid. Okay, so Roosevelt famously transformed the White House into a training ground.
Oh, snap.
Boxing, wrestling, and practicing judo in the basement.
Dude, he was like a pioneer of MMA, dude.
I knew I liked that guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Started with military aides, diplomats, and professional boxers. Dude, we need a little bit of this now.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Wouldn't it be nice to pepper the place up with one of these guys again?
Wow, that is cool. I did not know that. Oh, look at him.
See if you can. Oh, yeah, this photo's the shit, dude.
This is my favorite thing.
Wow. That is sweet. That's
Teddy
early
Roosevelt.
1900s.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Dude, he's 18 there.
Dude, look at
an
that.
18-year-old that looks like that?
No, hell no.
You know what? My son smoked me the other day, or cooked me, right? Like
cooked
you see,
you, yeah.
He goes,
cooked you.
Dad, back in the 1900s, because I was telling him a story about like, something I was doing when I was a kid, and he's like, "Oh, you mean back in the 1900s?" And I was like,
"You little shit." Yeah, I know. Oh, believe me, I get it all the time. I know. And
Tyler, I love you,
like,
buddy.
They're like, "Oh, Dad, you're old now. You got all these gray hairs in your beard and stuff." I'm like, "I didn't have these until you came, man. You the one gave me. You gave me these things."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I like you see this, and then you're like, fast forward time, you're gonna see, guys like Justin Gaethje having
so
pictures
rad,
like
dude.
this in there. You know what I mean?
It's so rad.
It's
know
crazy.
what's wild is like
It's history.
People are so. I encourage people, like, history is a big part of it, man. This is why I'm like, why would you start taking stuff out of the history books and stuff, in school, or what they teach or whatever, even if it's bad or whatever, right? That's how we learn. But you only know what you know, right? Or what's been in front of you. So like, I could see why this looks bad on, this
other people. Yeah.
this president's very like flexing and the whole toxic masculinity type thing. Like,
it's one of those things though, like if you think about it and you hear about it, you probably talk to a bunch of fighters on the show, how fighting saved their lives.
yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like fighting saved my life. Fighting gave me a career that I would never even thought I would have, right? Like give me opportunities. Like I'm going to tell you right now, like you could have a guy that busts his ass, works a great job, clocks in, clocks out every time. He's never going to have an opportunity to go to the White House.
No, bro.
And fighting has literally, I've gotten.
It's crazy. I mean, like that's the same
like
thing with me in rock and roll. Like 100%. It's taken me to the White House. I've done.
It's opportunity and chances. Like, and that's why I'm saying is like, people are like, dude, you're lucky, this and that. I'm like, man, I took chances, and I literally, and granted, like, yes, you got to have backup. You got to have a support system. Like, literally, like I've done a lot of things. Like my wife was the backbone of where I'm at today. Like she had a secure job, and she was doing this and that, and like she would let me do my dream, right? And now. Fast forward time, she believed in me, and I get this lifestyle. And, now that I'm making better money and everything, God bless Justin. But, like, even with the podcast and the gym now, like, I get to pay back this, her and give it back to my family. But I literally had to take the chance. I mean, I could have easily stayed at home, worked on the railroad. Nothing wrong with that. My brothers do it. But I just knew it wasn't the life for me. And I just was willing to, hey, if I got to sleep underneath the boxing ring, I got to sleep underneath the boxing ring. I took those chances. There was a lot of times where,
There's some days, do you ever think about like trading it? Because I think about that. I was like, fuck, I should just go run heavy equipment or something. It's like
I took one job. I had one job.
Here, you got to kind of hold this bottom
I
one.
took,
those things are stiff.
Yeah, it's good. He said stiff. I had one job. I worked at the Walmart DC before I moved out here.
Okay.
And I was an order filler. And I only worked 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But it was freaking, 14-hour days. And I put a headset on, and it talked to me the whole time. I was on like a forklift type deal. And I had to get out. They would tell me, go to this aisle, pick this mini.
Oh, no shit. So it's like you're getting prompt?
I just literally... You need 38
Damn
sugar.
it. So you can't listen to the Mountainside or the GU Unfiltered right this job.
Shit, nothing. Huh? You just order. They tell you G39, pick 18. I had to pick 18 of them, stack my pallet up, saran wrap it, drop it off, go get another one. And I said, dude, this is not, it made me pay my bills, but then I was like, man.
Drive you to drink, huh, or something.
Dude, it was just like, and it was the weekend. And like, I liked my weekends, but it made me train through the week. But then I would have to go to work, right? And I was like, man, is this really what I got set to put on this earth to do? Be an order filler? And like, granted, we need those people. Like, stock our Walmarts up, right? Like,
hopefully they're at least letting them listen to the podcast, though. If you're listening to this right now and you're filling orders, dude.
God bless you, man.
Yeah.
Like, I just knew it wasn't for me. Mm-hmm. And I try to keep getting fired. I would, call in. I just wanted an out, right? Because I knew it, but I needed it. And finally, I just said, Tim, he was awesome. Dude guy, one of the main guys, GM's there. He's like, Luke, man, come on, dude. And I'm like, fire me. He's like, you don't want fired on your resume, right? And I'm like, actually... I do because I'm one of those guys that I burn the ship. Like I'm all in.
Right.
I'm 100% all in because I knew what I wanted to do was fight, and I needed a reason just to leave that place to go fulfill my dream. And he's like, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a leave of absence. How about that? Oh, and right. I said, deal. He goes, if you want to come back, I'll give you a job, but go do your deal. And he let me leave. And I said, I'm out. I told my parents, brothers, everything. I said, I'm out, man. I'm going to go. I said, the railroad will be here. Everything will be here. I got to at least try it. Never went back. And,
Nice.
you know, granted, dude, the stars have lined up, you know, perfect for me because if you look at it, like, you know, I literally have seen so much of the world. I've literally have fought different countries. I've gotten to coach different countries, go places to make money, you know, where people spend money to go visit. And I've got to go there on their dollar and make money. And, you know, where it's led me now is, you know, freedom. I get I mean, I literally my own boss. And like, don't ask me how. I mean, I'm nowhere rich or anything, but like rich is a different form. Like, I think I'm one of the richest man alive because I have 2 healthy kids. I got a hot ass wife that wants to still do it with me. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
like I'm so rich. Like I literally, you know what I mean? We have a house that lives in the mountain. We live in the mountains. I got a 3D range in my backyard.
Place. Yeah.
I work from home. I get to go to the gym.
To go hunt.
I get to do everything that I want to do and still provide, you know, an income. And only in America you can do this shit. You know what I mean?
Cheers to that, brother.
You know what I mean?
That's
like
fucking awesome, man.
It's so crazy on how life works. But, you know, it all takes fucking chances, whether it's opening a business, you know, and how fucking much of a headache that is. You know?
Yeah, it's a level of entrepreneurship.
It's
man.
crazy.
But it's the same sort of thing for me, man. Like if I wouldn't have taken the chance, like I literally sold everything I had here at one point when I was growing up here in Colorado. I actually left Evergreen and I had a motherfucking Ford Ranger, and it was everything that would fit in there. And I took a chance to move to Hermosa Beach, and I didn't know how it was going to work. I didn't even know if the motherfucker that said he would give me a job was actually going to give me a job. It was just on faith, dude. It was like, all right, man, I hope it works out,
bro.
And next thing you know, I got to go all over the world with all kinds of people on private planes and, you know, everything.
How crazy is that?
It's insane.
I know.
And I mean, that was the ultimate goal, was to go travel and like see some stuff, you know, like, but I'm so fortunate. I had no idea that was just an avenue where I could do it, and the military wouldn't take me. So I was like, you know,
and look where it brought you back home too at the end of the day. And look at now, you have all the experience and you have this and all the, I honestly say, man, home is always where it's going to be at, but a home is also what you make it, right?
Yeah.
People are like, oh man, you're so lucky you got out of your hometown, my hometown, right? And that you did it. No, make home whatever you want it to be.
It's all perspective too,
It is,
man.
100%
Because
right
like
there.
at 18, this right here where we're sitting, this beautiful place, was the worst place in the world to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, this is dog shit. That's how I felt.
That is it. Like,
And that's
everybody's
what
like,
pushed me to go on to those other things and go all over the world and see all that, and then come full circle. It's like, wait a minute, dude.
This is
like,
where
I don't
home
know
is,
how
man.
lucky I am.
Yeah.
You know?
oh, I people are like, oh, you love that city life, man. That's where you got to do it. Granted, could I have do what I do back home? I don't know. I don't think I could, right? Like, you have to have like the fighters.
Oh, I
and
couldn't
there's-
have had the career I had in the music business without being. It's
Out
like you
there.
said, who
Do
you
it.
know.
Yeah.
You gotta network. You gotta
Yeah.
get out there. You gotta be accessible. You know, right away when it comes to film or what I was going after was music touring, and I did that. But then
Yeah.
I had to restart when my kids were born because
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
I'm gonna be gone.
Oh shit! Yeah, this is a problem. I'm going to be
Yeah.
gone like 300 days of the year because I solidified my career at that point. So you just jump from. I think one year I was working for The Killers, Rihanna, Dave Matthews,
Holy shit!
all in the same year because that just the way the tour schedules worked out.
Yeah.
But I was getting paid from all of them throughout the year, so we call it triple dipping, or
Yeah.
like. I think the most I ever heard of was some guy getting like a quad, like he was making 4 incomes.
That's
right.
crazy.
And that's how you get ahead in that
Yeah.
business because
But
they
you're
pay
gone.
you a
But you're
retainer,
gone.
but you're gone 300 days of the year, you know? So
Yeah.
if the breaks work
Single
out,
life,
right?
single life
yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah. To have kids. I saw
Yeah.
so many miserable dads on the back of tour buses, like crying, you know, like grown ass men
missing so many opportunities
because their daughter's not at home and she's
Yeah.
16. They don't know where she's at or whatever. Right. And I was like, fuck. fuck, I guess I'm not going to do that.
And it was the same thing where I had to step away from coaching so much. And granted, Justin let me do that because his income pushed my income up, right? So I got to pick and choose like who I work with. But, now I get to pick and choose like who I work with, and like if I'm taking trips, like my boy Xavier just fought in Atlantic City. I coach him, help coach him, one of his coaches. It was my wife's birthday weekend. He fought on Friday night, and her birthday was this weekend. And I was like, Xavier, I'm not going to go. And he's not making great money anyways. Save the money on a plane ticket, right? And go out there and fight. I can't do any more.
Did you do good?
Yeah, he won.
Yeah, awesome.
And honestly, it's one of those things where you can kind of pick and choose now where your time goes, right?
Yep.
And me personally, we talked about it earlier, I gotta say, time is so valuable now as I gotten older. It's like, holy cow, where am I spending the thing at? And I gotta say, when you asked me to come on the podcast, there was no hesitation. And granted, I was sick. You're probably thinking this motherfucker's blowing me up.
No,
I was like, no, listen, man, I literally could not.
The level of guests that I get to have in here, and this is why, I'm glad that I'm not like Rogan or Sean Ryan or something. Is it's my show. Yeah. If we don't put out an episode when I wanted to save you for the 250th, man, because it was just it just felt right, and I'm so glad that I did.
Thank you.
And man, life comes up. It's a huge commitment. People don't realize that too. When I get some of these guests, like Chris Camozzi, even, right? Somebody that lives locally in Denver, or Derek Wolf, or even you got an hour to drive here.
Yep.
Luckily, you live 20 minutes down the road. But then you come in here and you got to dick around with us for 15 or 20 minutes, right? Just shooting the breeze. Yeah. Camera failure, right? Then we take a break. Then, people are listening to this we're over 2 hours right now, right? And then afterwards we do some photos and stuff. Then you got to drive home.
Yeah.
That value, to take it back to time, I know how valuable that is. So I always say to every guest when they leave here, man, thank you. And please thank your family, man,
100%.
because, and that's also too, the other thing I've done is some of the podcasts I've been on, they get real pushy with hey man, would you share this or would you collaborate this or and I don't mind doing it because I know what it takes, right?
Do it,
So I get that, but I never push any of that on my guests. And it's I also have shared content where it's just dude, I value my time as much as I value your time. So literally any of the content that you want to use, put it anywhere you want, dude. I'll give you the whole file if you got something that can handle 20 gigs,
100%.
Yeah.
But it also takes somebody that knows what it takes to put on these shows. I get it, whether you like it or not. This, being on a podcast, it works both ways. Mm-hmm. It works both ways. It's not only helping your deal, but it also helps me build my brand.
Yeah.
And that's what people, it's got
to be a win-win-win
for both people, right? And 250 episodes, you're just not a Joe Smo now. You're not just an average podcast. You are doing it, and something to be proud of. And that's something that I've sat back and I sit in my studio a lot now in my bar there, and I look at, my wall and what I've created. And I've had a lot of people to help me create what I've had. Even you coming over, help me get this live stream going. How am I doing this?
Yeah.
To get to the point where we're at now.
I think you have our old monitor from, dude, you know what's funny? You want to know what's funny about that monitor?
Huh.
So you see this TV that we have up here?
Yeah.
And you recorded in that room with us the very first time, right?
Uh-huh.
In the little closet that was next door?
I remember.
So that was the original monitor for the mountainside.
Really?
this monitor, right?
And it's literally
it's like a 16-inch TV or something. That's awesome.
But it's so cool. I mean, even if you look back at my first couple episodes, dude, I was tucked in a little corner.
Yeah.
Wires that I didn't know what I was doing. And I look back now and I'm and I look at pictures and And I'm like, dude, this is fucking sweet. What I became, and like just like you, like
You can see the growth
from the
right?
first time me walking in here to now, like looking at this place, like the coins and everything. I'm like, dude, look at this. Those are freaking sweet.
Oh, it's
and
awesome,
I've gotten some now where I'm like, dude, these mean a lot.
They're my most like cherished thing.
Yeah.
You probably have this one, right? Did Clay send you one of these?
Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
sweet.
That was one of the most intimidating.
Yeah, it was different, right?
That was one of the most intimidating moments of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm my dumbass. You know what I said right away? We did the introduction, and I'm like, Eddie Soldier.
Dude,
my guys were like, Luke, you're such a dumbass.
So Bobby told me, like, yo, dude, this guy's like,
Yeah, he's the real
this guy's
deal.
the real deal, right? And he was going down to Aaron's, I think, after, right? He was like in a hurry to get out of the studio.
He did 3 podcasts
Yeah.
that day, no, he was going to Luke's. He did one in the morning, then he
going to
came here, and then I said,
he was on tour, man. He was doing it.
I was like, get ready when you go to Luke's.
I got him in the room for like 3 minutes, and I went to the UFOs. What's going on? And I was like,
Classified.
When am I ever gonna have this, like,
Classified.
When am I ever going to have this opportunity?
No, he talked about the Osama raid when he was
really?
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about
We
that.
talked about some stuff, but then I was just also like, yo, like, what's the biggest threat right now?
Yeah.
And he was just like,
Yeah.
gave me a little heads up, and he's just like, I'm out of here. And but I had like 3 minutes with like
That's dope.
an elite dude.
Hey, that's good dude.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. And good,
He's awesome.
Good
Yeah,
foundation.
I've texted with him a few months ago,
Nice.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
We should have him back up, man.
Yeah, we should. We should really
Dude,
do
we're
it.
bad, dude.
Yeah, he's such a good dude and good foundation. Like, that's what, ideally, like, a platform is good for. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, it literally,
Well, to take it back to your thing where you were talking about, it's a win for you, it's a win for me. It's not only that, man. You look at it, you start looking at it in like the trifectas or the quad packs or whatever, right? It's a win for the listeners too, because they're enjoying the conversation. Like, so you hope
well, you realize
they might not be watching this one.
no, you if you listen
Yeah.
to this and you listen to me and you, right? Guy that was with Dave Matthews Band, freaking Rihanna. Like, that's a group of people that are like, dude, this guy's freaking sweet. Just like I was like, damn, right? You hear, oh, this guy coaches just in case he's gonna be on the White House. Dude, that's something I'm very proud of and very cool. You know how many young and up and comer fighters that's gonna be like, dude, this guy is no different than me.
Yeah, and you get the genuine thing because we're 2 hours in, man.
Yeah.
There's no
I'm not.
no.
We don't have a script saying, "Hey, we got to plug this."
Yeah.
This. No, we're just literally.
And you want to
swinging
know
off
what the
hips.
best part is? If they don't like us, they
can turn it
probably
off.
turned it off by now, right?
But here's the thing.
So
with this.
thank you for continuing to listen,
Yeah,
right?
but here's the thing about this: like, when people generally are listening to your podcast and listen to my podcast with certain guests, they know that it's not fake, and it's like, oh man, these guys either have an experience at this situation or the guests behind them have that experience. We're not faking something that
Yeah.
I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, why don't you do this and this, tour concert with this lighting? I don't know shit about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have no idea.
Nor would I know how to hold mitts or
Yeah,
take a leg kick from
exactly.
Justin, right?
That's why I'm saying, like, I never pretend that I'm an expert at anything, right?
yeah, you can't. And I think
I'm
that
an expert at fucking things up. That's
there's
what
a different level. I've said this a lot of times. There's a different level of cognition when you start speaking on the mic, right? Like I'm much sharper. I can't even talk right now. I'm much sharper.
Jinx.
I'm much more thought out in my process because that's kind of in the back of my mind. Like, oh, people are listening.
Yeah.
But then also the best part about that is it's made me get inside of my own head, and I've figured out that's why I call them my therapy sessions sometimes
Ah.
because it's let me figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
when am I ever going to have 2 hours to sit down with a neurophysiologist, which I've had on, and have 2 hours to talk to him?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not doing it for the audience at that
you're
point. I'm doing
you.
like
but guess what?
because it's the only way to stay engaged with somebody
Yeah.
that smart, right?
Well, and that's what I always say. Like, people are like, oh, you need to do this and that with this one, bring this guy. I'm also like, hey, man, I want to actually broaden my horizon. Like, I want to learn shit from my guests too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm always down for new people, just probably like you are. Like, if it's left field, I don't give a shit. If it's interests me, then I know it's going to interest my listeners. And guess what? Like you said, if it doesn't work, shut it off.
Yeah.
Wait for next week, dude. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
But like, at least give it a try, because if it 9 times out of 10, if it intrigues me to have a guest on my show, it's gonna intrigue you. I promise you. I may dig it out of them a different way.
Yeah.
To make it fun and
you're such a likable guy to be around, man. Like, and anybody that I talk to, man, just loves you to death, and myself included, man.
Yeah,
it's
well,
like,
it's how we're raised.
You're fun to be around. Like, I might get stressed out with certain guests coming in or something like that, or sometimes I'm like, shit, what are we gonna talk about? Or like, how do I relate to somebody? But in the end, I just get out of my own way, right, and just talk to them. But like with you, there is no reservation. You know what I mean? And like, that's what I love about these recurring guests.
Open book is good, but also like, what'd you say? I've been on here 4 or 5 times, and what's happened in my life in the last 3 months.
It's crazy. That's the cool part about seeing our growth too together. It's awesome.
It's so nuts, and like, whether it's good or bad, I say, how it is. Like, my dad passing. What it's led to me where I'm at now. It's literally, from that to, fighting to White House to having Coors to come on.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like, this is shit that I would have never imagined, when I got held back in 3rd grade twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Your teachers are like, David, I was so wrong.
I was never supposed to make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was never supposed to, like I always say, like, this shit's cool. Like, everything. And like, I posted a picture of my family and the other day on my Instagram, and I said, this is my biggest flex.
Oh, that's so
you know
dope.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, to have that and like, and keep a family, dude. It's a hard
Through
fucking
all of that too.
It's a hard thing.
Man. Cheers to that, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, guys know, and nothing wrong with having a divorce, because believe me, we've all had that conversations in our relationship.
Man,
right?
that's true manhood in my opinion, man. Is like you can go in the octagon or the half octagon with Justin down at Onyx or do all this, accomplish all this great shit, but man, to keep a family is freaking hard, man.
And
it takes effort, right? It's not hard, it just takes effort. And you have to care.
It's one of these things. My wife, she's in the health department, and like, she sees people at the worst. She brings some of that home, and like, it's hard, depressing, right? Like, and she gives the best to them, right? Mm-hmm. And gives it all to them, and like, she comes home and she's tired. I get it, and I, sometimes I'm like, hey, take it easy, like on the kids if they're being loud and, stressful. But like, I'm the same way. Like, I have shitty days at work and whatever, and now she's in the health coaching, and she asked me, she's like, hey, I think I want to try doing this health coaching stuff. And I'm like, try it. What's the worst thing you're going to do?
Yeah.
Like, try it. Like, take a chance, I'm all for it. There's some things on it that I'm like, but I see how it makes her feel and happy. Then I just shut the fuck up.
It's a passion project,
because
right?
she's happy now.
Is she doing that now?
She's loving it. Yeah, she got to take a day off work now. She takes
sweet.
Wednesdays off, and she's building business, and like, to me, I'm very happy for her.
That's cool, man.
It is.
I could use
cool.
some health coaching, man. If she ever wants to come on here or whatever, we'll help plug her.
Crazy.
Does she have a?
Yeah,
can we plug her now?
It's crazy, and is what she's built, like how she's built it in 1 year. she's like one of the top ones in her company. And I'm like, dude, if you did this full time, you'd probably kill it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and she's like the type A, like, well, we got to have, she's the brains of the operation, right? I'm just like, fucking do it, dude. I'm all about it. We'll figure it out. But she's like, no, because she works healthcare, great benefits.
Yeah.
She's worried about the family.
She's smart.
She's so smart. And like, I don't ask me how I land. I'll tell you that deal. But like, literally, it's like one of those things, like, I'm so happy for her and proud of her because she's always like, man, I just kind of want the life you have.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean by that? She's like, you are Luke. You just come across like, you go to Blackhawk and hang out with this person from the Nuggets. You get to do this and that. And like, yeah, but I get to do that because you're home with the kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it takes two.
Yeah.
I would not be here without you. You know what I mean? Like, I've had to have, that's why, like, every chance I get, like, I give a shout
Include
out to her.
him. Yeah.
Because, dude, it wasn't just me. Me. No, man, I've had a team, from back in the day when Cody was with me to Tomas now, to my wife, like, you coming over to help me. Like, literally, every guest that's been on my show, it's got me to where I'm at today.
That's awesome.
You know
man.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
same with me, man.
100%. We would not be here without
Not at all.
250 episodes if people didn't
And
drive
the people
up here.
listening, yeah, too, man.
You know what
That's
I mean?
huge.
That's what I like. People are like, "Oh man, you're so dude." I've had a great people to come help me build where I am, like Jeremy showing up for the 250.
Yeah.
like that's freaking sweet. Like
It's rad.
for him to come back up.
Thank you, Jeremy.
You know what I mean?
Showing up.
You know what I mean?
Day oneer,
I
dude.
think he just came here for the fucking days on him.
I told him all the free whiskey you can drink.
He's like sold, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's,
He's like, what kind do you have on the
You're right.
on the bar? Yeah.
Hazel Hayden's still-
like honestly, like it's cool what we have built, and I'm glad I got to share the 250 episode with you
Man,
because I
thank
know
you.
what it takes.
Yeah. Thank you too, Jeremy, man.
It takes
means a lot,
team.
dude.
It takes a team to help, whether it's your home life, your kids, juggling
true,
it.
man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you were willing to do the podcast on your birthday.
Oh,
And
dude, I totally forgot.
I know, and I'm like,
You know what?
Get out of here, dude!
You actually bailed me out because
Yeah.
they had something set up for me
Good.
that I didn't know was like a surprise deal or something.
yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't
Yeah.
make it or whatever. And she's like, really?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, sorry.
Did a podcast
Yeah.
with Luke.
I was like, to me, it's just another day, right?
Yeah,
I get kind
but
of
for
funny
them,
on my birthday.
they want
Right.
to celebrate it.
Yeah. So you actually kind of bailed me out.
Good.
So thank
I'm
you
glad.
for canceling.
Actually, thank my 6-year-old boy for bringing home the black lung to me.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, no, it's your birthday? No, you were
Yeah.
not doing it on your birthday.
Oh, I would have loved to spend
And,
my birthday with you too.
But
though,
either way,
Yeah.
like, it takes a lot to
Yeah.
get where we're at. And like I said, without the listeners, man, for real.
So lucky.
Like we're it's that's why I say we're very rich in a way different way, right?
Oh, dude. Yeah. Rich is not wealth.
Yeah, and that's
Right.
what I'm saying. Like health is such a big thing. The people that you surround yourself with, that's to me is rich, man.
Yeah.
And sometimes we got to have these tokens to pay bills and this and that. At the end of the day, though, yeah, we got to do that. But the bank account, like, you got to have
Yeah, man.
money.
And if you're
to
listening
do
to
cool
this
things.
too, and you have a normal job and like whatever, like that's cool too, man.
Providing,
Like,
man, you
dude,
are a provider.
If you make $30,000, you're the top 1% of the world in wealth.
That's
so
crazy
think
right
about
now.
that.
Yeah,
right?
that's crazy,
Like,
huh?
Yeah.
That to
It's
me, I
insanity.
honestly was like, as a kid, you're like, oh man, I made 30,000, dude. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's nuts on what you can do here now.
Yeah.
And, in our country, like if you want to make some more money, the opportunity is there.
Yeah. And they'll find a way to take that too.
Oh, 100%.
So it's like, you know what I mean? That's like, hey,
Believe me.
dude.
That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
Like the more money, it's that
So
problem.
that's not wealth, right?
Yeah,
like that's
it's
the problem.
stress
It's
too,
like, yeah, it's
in
like
itself. It's
you-
tax season, for Christ's sake.
You're
I'm over here like, damn, I knew I kept this receipt. I don't know where it's at.
But you're so on point, man. It's really time, because I think you can put all that effort into building this big, badass fucking company where you make millions of dollars.
Yep.
But your family's going to suffer the consequences of not having a dad, man, or whatever.
And you got to realize, like, what's really important.
Yeah, man.
You know, and to me, it's pretty simple, just the way I was raised. And like, even the people that I surround myself with, family's everything. Yeah, and I think that's where it's brought us even closer as a group. But at the same time, you got to have, that paper, right? If you want to.
Well, the cool thing too about, and I don't mean to interrupt, but you got to have that. You got to have that. It's a balance, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Fun coupons, right?
Yeah, it is. That's what that's the only reason why I work. Obviously, to pay bills and do this and that and make sure my family's secured. But I like to have fun.
Yeah.
And it costs money to have fun.
I think the big thing too, and you'll realize this, that I had to kind of put in perspective too, is like when you get invited to things, take people up on that too, man. Because 100%. It's almost like
that's a good thing.
Because I found myself like getting old and be like, oh no, man, I'd rather just go home and fucking whatever. Yeah. But the last couple of years, I've been real conscious of that. Like,
it's
take invitations from
especially
friends.
Like in our business, we invite guests. You never know who you're going to meet. Opportunities so huge. Yeah. I've taken opportunities. I've taken chances where I had no business being in there. But what it's landed me,
the White House.
Shit, you never know. You know what I mean?
Let's go, dude.
That's
honestly, so rad. I'm so happy for you, Luke.
It's just crazy on the whole span of my life. Like, honestly, like, someone should write a book about it. Obviously, I can't write it, but
ChatGPT, man, just talk to that motherfucker.
I know. It literally, it's just all about taking opportunities that were given to me, like getting invited somewhere. I've done it, and where it's led me is, man, I'm so glad I've taken so many opportunities, because it's maybe not right away, but further down the road, it's gave me another.
And you never know, too, man. It's not about like taking opportunities that are big and glamorous either. It's like taking little ones, dude. 100%. Like, hey, come check out my coin collection or something that you might not even be into, dude. You never know.
It was one of those things where it might even not even be your cup of tea. Like, my daughter does plays, right? Mm-hmm. I would never thought I would have a daughter doing plays or me being a theater dad, right?
Yep.
Right, exactly.
Dude, I got ballerinas, bro.
Exactly.
Like, when I show up at these ballet things, I'm like,
I stick out like a sore thumb, right? Like, when I pull up in that bitch, right? But I'm the biggest supporter, right? And I'm always like, trying to help out how to raise more money or donate money, because why? They need it, and I will do it because I know my daughter freaking loves this stuff. And if somebody came and knocked on my door and said, hey, will you help raise this money? I probably wouldn't do that because it wasn't in my element. Now that I have a daughter doing it, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I guess I get out of your comfort zone is what I'm trying to say, is like, just because it's not what the cool kids are supposed to be doing. Dude, my kid is cool as hell, and I think I'm so proud of her doing it, and like her confidence doing it now, and like, I'm a proud theater dad. You know what I mean?
Man, it's the same. I'm finding myself on a golf course a lot lately, and I'm like, this nerd ass shit.
But they got it right, They get out of school to go play golf.
Yeah,
they're smart.
I'm getting to hang out with my son.
And that's
like,
what it's about.
Yeah,
that's the rich. That's the rich.
That's the rich part.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the time that you'll never get back. You know what I mean? And I look back at all the stuff I did as a kid, and I'm like, man. Not only was it cool to do the stuff that I did with my dad, but he was preparing me for this life.
Yeah. And a good example, way, right? I mean? You got to lead by example a little bit.
100%.
Man, Luke, let's end on that note. Let's get you back to your family, dude. We've been out at 2.5 hours. Go. If you're still watching this, thank you very much, man, for bringing in the 250th with me. Jeremy, thank you for being here.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being here, kinda.
No, stop it, man.
Stop.
Dude, you ride or die, day one, first episode. Like, dude, I wouldn't be possible without this guy saying yes. So I really appreciate it. And, man, real quick before we jump, you got so much going on. Justin's got the fight coming up at the White House. You guys do a whole like YouTube series on that. You have the new podcast, What Hones You? Is that?
What Hones You?
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching that.
Yeah,
it's awesome because I'm a fan of Trevor. I'm a fan of you.
Yep.
I'm a fan of Justin.
Yeah.
Like I'm a fan of Terrance, the guy producing it too.
We have some cool guests on there. It's crazy on the production level because Terrance is that guy that can do it, and like, you know, it makes me like elevate my podcast now too, and it's something really cool. So check it out, the YouTube channel. Onyx, go to Onyx Sports, and you'll see it on there now. But I want to also just drop it real quick. If you're in the Denver area, March 20th through the 22nd, we'll be at the National Western, the new building there for the Mile High Expo.
Yeah, I think I'll be down there on Friday or something.
So, come down, see the booth. We're literally having happy hour down there, having some fighters. Justin's going to be down there.
Nice.
So it's going to be good.
At your booth, or is it like a private party like you did the first
at my
year?
booth. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah, and it's cool. We're going to have some cool activities, good raffles, big raffles there. And like this Expo, now that you've been to the Western Hunter in Utah, a lot of those companies are going to be there. It's what Colorado needed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, a lot of big names, a lot of big companies coming in, and it's just going to be a good time.
That's awesome, man. I'm hoping I can make it back from Jackson.
I hope so too.
I think the only day that I can come is on the 20th, so that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good. Come
if
down.
I'm invited to the party.
Yeah, come on. You know you're always invited. Always invited.
Hell yeah.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, man. Yep. Thank you so much. Check out GU Unfiltered on all streaming platforms, right? It's on YouTube. Gladiators Unleashed on YouTube is where you catch that podcast. Yep. Great podcast.
We have fun.
Yeah. We have a lot of fun.
Don't listen to it with your kids.
Don't go back and listen to my episodes unless you want to hear me drunk dial Donald Cerrone.
We did it. We did it though.
It was good. It was a good time. I think we drank like probably 2 of these or something.
Yeah,
that night.
We did. We had fun.
Oh man, Luke, I always love having you on, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys all. If you've been listening since day one, or if you just started listening in 2026, or if this is your first episode, thank you for listening, man. None of this would be possible without the fans. Not fans, listeners, right? Like whatever. Nobody should be a fan from me. But Jeremy, love you, brother. Thank you. Take us out of here.
Yep.
See ya.
Later, brother.
Thanks for listening to the Mountainside Podcast. If you haven't had a chance to do this already, please take a moment, follow, like, subscribe, or rate on whatever platform you catch the Mountainside Podcast at. If you'd like some more information on upcoming episodes, safety tips, access to all of our affiliates, and all the badass discounts that we get here at the Mountainside Podcast, check out themountainsidepodcast.com.